Check 1 2 1 2. Is this thing on? Oh yeah. Look in the house. What up, Shifty? Oh yeah, 1 2. I see my little thing bumping up and down, so I guess the microphone is working. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say again? People be spurging. People are spurging on those community servers, those discords. I guess I don't know. Got some screenshots, some funny screenshots today. First of all, I will start off by saying there's a particular creature on YouTube that I've spent years laughing about his inability to play Nintendo. Lighthearted bashing. I don't even know. Actually, years ago I stopped because he was getting really worked up. So the hardest troll I told that dude was that he sucked at Nintendo, and people laughed. It was funny. He even laughed. But I shared a panel with him like 3 or 4 months ago. I don't even know. This is really in the back of my mind. Shit that's been brought up to the frontal lobe from recent spergers talking a lot of shit on YouTube. So I'm going to address it real quick. Why? Because I'm rarely home. I'm rarely in front of a microphone. I'm usually out and about doing work. I pop into YouTube a little bit and say hello to people in chats. I'm not in any cult, not on any team. I don't claim any communities. I'm a snack troll. I snack troll you. I make delicious food and I post it for you, and sometimes I'll tag you. That's what I do on YouTube. Do I talk about the work I do? No. Do I talk about the work I've done? No. Am I braggadocious? Do I gloat? No. Will I? Could I? Sure. So there's a particular entity, a being that lives somewhere out in Virginia who he's addicted to lying. He constantly lies. I don't like to share space with him because I believe he abuses elderly people. And if you know me, I've actually taken tests, I've passed quizzes, I've studied. I am literally a mandated reporter protecting elderly people and disabled people. So I can't be around that. Can't be around that kind of dude. But because there are certain content creators, or they're not even content creators, they're live streamers that platform him. So I see him, we all see him too often. 363 days a year, he's on YouTube. So I see him. And when his mouth starts doing the bullshit, if I'm on a panel, I might politely call him out, which I did once, 3 or 4 months ago. He decided to snap back at me. Tell me that I'm dying of cancer. Well, tell the panel verse that I'm dying of cancer. I don't have cancer. P.S. I responded because I think he sees cancer. I've talked about it on my page. I responded, no. Before I met the drama community, I was viral for speaking up for a young child who is falling to cancer. 4 years old, beautiful little girl. I went viral, millions of hits, hundreds of thousands of likes and comments. And I became her cyber uncle. I became her advocate, someone who is speaking up for her, spreading her word. I watched her pass away from cancer, pediatric cancer. That was my response to him. That dude responded back to me that I'm dying of cancer. He also responded to me that my beautiful dog was a victim of bestiality. The guy went completely nuts on me, worse than a spurg. And a lot of you saw it. A lot of you saw what happened. He threatened to dox me. He threatened to make a visit. He threatened my niece. He threatened my sister's safety. This dude who runs around with his AR-15 on live streams. This dude who pretends or says he's Blackwater FBI. This dude who said he trains police and military. This dude who asks for confrontations, for violent confrontations. This guy who reports channels. This guy who verbally abuses little autistic ladies on the internet and neurodivergent dudes. This guy who begs neurodivergent dudes to jump off roofs. Literally, you all know who I'm talking about. This same guy threatened my and my family's safety, coming to get me. If you've ever seen him in any of these panels I've shared with him, that's what he does. What does Spike do? Says he sucks at Nintendo. I'm chill. Most of you guys know who I am. Some of you guys know who I am literally in real life. Some of you guys know who I am in real life, in person. That's what that motherfucker did. So what is my response? Nova, I love you. What was my response? Telling him he sucked at Nintendo for the past 3 years. That's what I did. What's my response recently? If he's on a panel bullshitting people, I'm going to call him out. That's what I do. But recently, other entities on YouTube think that I'm supposed to start striking channels. Think literally said that guy in Virginia was right and I should get my ass beat by him. That's what some other entity decided to tell me in chat. This other entity went live earlier, posted things earlier. I was at work. I wasn't watching that shit. I don't follow his channel. But other people hit me up, people that he thinks is part of his cult. Other people hit me up, let me know that that motherfucker was talking shit. I'm not in some cult. If you see me in a chat, I'm not in some team. I'm on my own team. I'm a fucking grown man. This isn't teams. This isn't reds and blues. This isn't Crips and Bloods. This isn't sides of fences. I'm a grown man. I am taking care of people in real life. That's what I do. I make art. I make food. I make music. I chill. I talk to people. I don't care what side of the fence you're on. If you and I gel, we gel. I'm an adult. I'm not a YouTuber trying to find a team. It's not what I do. You don't like my art? That's cool. Art is subjective. It's all right. But that other dude in Virginia threatened my family and my security and wished death upon me. Ill will, literal ill will. And he does that with everyone. So whatever I'm saying is not breaking news. That dude does that to everybody. That's what he does. That's his troll game. Everything about that person is fake. Everything. Whether it's the roast beef he's bragging about, or the turkeys that he's talking about, or the pound of salmon. Pardon me, winter cold. Everything. It's funny. It's comedy. It's comedy. If we just let it be that he sucks at Nintendo and wants to do his little shtick, it's comedy. When he starts trying to go real life, we've all seen it. We've all seen him go real life, literally online. We've watched him call police. Everything is fake, and that's okay. Hey, it can be an act. It can be a character. It's all right. You can play your character games. You can be a millionaire with monopoly money. It's okay. You can do what you want to do. But when you start going real life, when you start threatening people's safety, we got problems. And if you're somebody that's backing him up and supporting him and simping for him, I don't like you. If you start going online trying to threaten more to come, stay tuned, there's problems. My most my most failed day in Hollywood is more successful than your best day. Are you a music maker? Are you flexing? Are you stolen valor, stolen DJ valor, sort of like Wraith, pretending to be somebody? You ain't done shit. People who know me know I've done shit. Before y'all met me, I used to post my shit on YouTube, but YouTube became ugly. I had to withdraw my shit. Tommy D knows a little bit. We talked once. You heard me kick a rhyme on YouTube and somebody recorded it, and you want to judge my entire career on that? That was my worst day. My little freestyle that I did on somebody's live stream, that's just like, that's a breath. This is a little breath in my life of many breaths. Where did I come from? Do you want to know? People ask me. A couple people wanted me to go live. Where did Spike come from? What did Spike do before he was this YouTuber in the drama community? I mean, I've posted a couple songs. I've not, well, some of you know I've not posted the real songs. I'm an old man now. I'm not running around the streets trying to be the best rapper on the block. I'm old. I'm tired. I ain't trying to do that shit. I mean, I guess I'm always trying to do that shit. It's art. But I'm not that 20-year-old running around. None of you are. None of us are that 20-year-old anymore. Hold on a second. Where did I come from? What's my real credentials? Is he just a YouTube rapper? Is he a keyboard warrior like those other guys? Oh my gosh, there are so many keyboard warriors. I thought there were just like two or three a couple years ago. Every fourth person in these YouTube streets, which is the stupidest term. Everybody's a YouTube gangster. That's kind of funny because, like, if you're from Tucson or if you're from Nebraska, no hate, you're from Virginia, maybe this is a YouTube gangster thing. But when you're from Los Angeles, this is not gangsters. This is not tough shit. If you're from New York, if you're from Miami, if you're from Detroit, if you're from Chicago, you're raised in big city life. It's not thugging out. But so much false bravado on YouTube. There are so many tough guys. If people in real life were as tough as they appear on the internet, it would be a scary world. Everybody's so badass. So what's this? Oh, was I supposed to? I was supposed to post a link, right? Especially if Leggy's here, he's probably going to want to hop on the panel, the little panel, huh? Just kidding, Leggy. Oh, my camera's on. What's this? Well, these guys. This is a house party, 1990 something. This is a bunch of us MCs. MC, for those who don't know, that's a rapper. So this is sometime in the 90s in the San Fernando Valley. That's where I'm from, San Fernando Valley, Los Angeles, California. These were where this is where MCs are being born. Now I'm not just a rat-a-tat-tat, a rapper guy that figured out how to rhyme words together a few years ago before I hopped on YouTube. But these guys later became Jurassic 5. A little bit older than me. They went to college in the neighborhood. And DJ Newmark, who is without question one of the best DJs on the planet, gave me my first microphone. Yo, Spike, you rap, right? Handed me a microphone at a house party. Two DJs that night, DJ Newmark and Amani. First microphone I ever rocked, DJ Newmark at a house party. Who is Spike? Where does he come from? See, the sad thing or the cool thing, a few of you who knew me when I first hopped into Vegas Valley, the first time I met live streamers. I wasn't from this, I watched A1 videos, but I wasn't from this drama community or whatever. I was from like a foodie and a music community on YouTube, Instagram, Vine. But a few of you saw some of my old videos, my performances. A few of you saw that, my food videos. But once I got to see the kind of people in this sector, which also is a stupid word, but this part of YouTube, that shit went down real quick, especially when people like that Virginia dude wanted to threaten real life shit in my neighborhood. Because I used to live stream, I used to show like where I lived in my streets. Then I realized that's not smart to do on YouTube. Can you do it on Instagram? Yes. Can you do it on TikTok? Yes. Can you do it on Vine? Yes. But for some reason on YouTube, you can't do that shit. Because motherfuckers, pardon my French, in YouTube want to go real life. They get their jollies from making cyber threats. That's what they do on YouTube. So I had to withdraw those videos of me performing, withdraw those videos of my actual copywritten music, withdraw the videos of my food challenges. I used to do spicy food challenges. I had to take those down because it's literally two trolls, and Nova knows, a couple people know, two trolls literally threatened not just to find me, but my family, because my family were in those videos. I had comments from family members and nieces and cousins. So I took that shit down, privated it. I think my channel right now is 670 videos. If I didn't take that shit down, I'd have well over 1,000 videos by now. But I had to because of the drama sector. So when those threats started coming in, I withdrew. Cool. Now people want to make threats again, particularly the Virginia guy and the guy that's simping for him, saying that he would destroy me. He agreed with Cerrone. Oops, I dropped his name. He's posting about it. He's spurging on community posts. He agrees that he would destroy me. When he laughed at the little girl who passed away from cancer and that I'm dying of cancer, I'm not. But that guy decided to type in the chat, Cerrone was right. Cerrone will take you out. Cerrone will kick your ass. Okay, cool. It's all good. But now you want to critique my art. Oh, and I'll get to it. And I'm sorry, I'm slower than I should be. It's 2:00 in the morning. Well, for some of you, it's crack of dawn. In Novaland, it's like way past breakfast time. So you want to call me a shitty musician? You want to spread that word? You want to tell, well, according to your post, all the people in Discord are agreeing with you. I know it's 10:18 for you. My most proudest moments in music is not my little freestyles I did on YouTube. But who am I? Where am I from? What have I done? Back to this photo. So this is Jurassic 5. Before they were Jurassic 5. In fact, a little tidbit of information. Originally, they were called Unity Committee. Well, Unity Committee joined with a few other dudes, Akil, a couple guys, and then they formed Jurassic 5. And DJ Newmark and Cut Chemist were the two DJs that I happen to know, and the first microphones I rocked. If I'm boring you, put a 1 in the chat. I'll drop a music or do a dance or something. So they're a little bit older, as I said. Jurassic 5 went on to make some pretty big hits. On the very left, that's a guy named Charlie Tuna. Charlie Tuna was arguably the lead singer, the lead MC. Charlie Tuna, like myself, even though he was part of a group, we were both backpack MCs that used to hop from club to club. Charlie Tuna has a really deep voice. Nobody can match it. If you've ever heard it, you'll never forget it. Charlie Tuna and I and a couple other guys who will remain unnamed for now used to hop from club to club, usually backpacks. I always had my backpack. I always had my microphone in my backpack. That was my thing. They were already at CSUN College, University. I would later go to Santa Barbara for university, where I became the opening bit for the Friday hip hop show on KCSB radio. I was 18 years old, away from home for the first time, and I was an artist. I played football, but my true love was hip hop. I love the music. I mean, if I had it my way, I probably would have been born 40 years earlier and ended up doing doo-wop. But for 90s For a 90s kid, it was hip hop. That was my thing. I love the music, but I love the writing. I'm a songwriter. I'm not a DJ. Newsflash. So I became the Friday, I forget what it was called. Hip Hop Fridays or something for KCSB. And I was just a dude who met DJ TNT and DJ Nasty, wherever you are. I hope you're well. And who is this guy? Who is this pale skinned rapper from Los Angeles who could flip bars before they were even called bars? Nobody rhymed like me back then. They were like, who is this kid? I was the kid that was going to perhaps bring them to fame or something. They scooped me up real quick, and suddenly I was the Friday night intro. They brought me to a studio, they recorded me real quick. And that's where I met. Oh, this is dating me a bit. But this is where I met the crew. I was literally the little white boy hopping in these lowriders, rolling to parties just to rock a rhyme. I would go, I'd be the kid that rolls blunts for everyone. I was the scrub. And I'd be in these lowriders, literally. I mean, it's like I wish I had photos of these days. I'd be in the backseat of the lowrider, like shut up and roll. When it's your turn to rock, they'll pass the mic to me. That's where I met DJ Quick, Second to None, Kid Frost, Lighter Shade of Brown. I was this white valley boy who rocked rhymes like nobody. So who is this little YouTuber named Spike? I'm half the man I used to be. But I was I was a little pit bull. Cause I was sweet and passive. Yo, I'm chilling. I just want to drink my 40 or OE or my Mickey's. Maybe I'll smoke 2 hits off that blunt. But if you give me a microphone, I'm deadly. That's who I was. So 6, 7, 8 months go by. I'm into my I'm at the end of my second semester, my first year in college. And I get a call from a guy named Ant. Ant was the guitarist for Prince, lead guitar. And he calls me up through another guy, three-way, third-party call. Yo, Spike, we heard about you. You got to come down to our studio in North Hollywood. What? That's the neighborhood I grew up in. Okay. So I go up and I meet Rick Stone, Rick Rock. And I start rapping with this dude from Compton. They're going to design this rap group. It's the perfect marketing thing. This white valley dude and this black dude from Compton. You guys are going to be the next big thing. And I'm babbling. This is a story that only a handful of people know. So now I'm rapping with these dudes from Compton, with Ant, who's the guitarist for Prince, but he's also a keyboardist and guitarist for Evil E. Evil E was Everlast's producer. Everlast, House of Pain, Jump Around. So now I'm working with these dudes, like funk, but they're gangster hip hop, but they're funk. And Rick Rock behind the board. Who's this Valley dude? I still remember Rick Rock address because it was so dope. It was 808 808 Moore Park. Because 808, like 808 bass drum. Anyway, I'm going to the studio. The studio was in the kitchen in a basement that was probably at some point a wine cellar. You literally would walk down the ladder and you'd be in the studio. There was 10 feet by 10 feet. It was a little tiny box. That's where I recorded a song for, well, what ended up being for Bobby Brown. What? Bobby Brown? I ain't New Edition. I'm not Bubba DeVoe. But the guy who rapped on Bobby Brown's song, Philly Phil, who wrote those rhymes? I don't even remember what song it was. Like Humping Around or something in his like third era. That's what I did with Rick Rock and Ant and MC Kurt from Compton. Anyway, I made 3 songs with those dudes. Lots of love, but Kurt from Compton, that dude was a gangster rapper. I wasn't a gangster rapper. That's not what I did. I didn't want to talk about knocking out people. I didn't want to talk about chicks the way he was talking about chicks. I didn't want to talk about shooting them up. I'm a valley boy. That wasn't my shtick. So I politely took a right turn when they were all taking left turns. All good. Shout out to wherever they are. I see Rick Rock once in a while, actually. So what do I do next? Because I left college. I left college to come back to Los Angeles and start a hip hop career. My dad hated me for that. My dad was music legend. He hated hip hop music. Well, for the most part, it wasn't real music, and I get it. He hated hip hop music. He did not want me to pursue a music career. I had bright lights and big things happening in other directions. Why am I pursuing music? Because I loved it. Son, no, work behind the scenes, like do what I do, work in marketing or artist management or A&R. No, Dad, I'm a writer. I'm a performer. I'm an artist. He's giggling up there right now a little bit. So what happens to good old Spike next? What's the next chapter for me? Oh, it's not YouTube. No, YouTube doesn't happen for decades. Where did I earn my ability to talk smack? Where did I earn my ability to kick a little freestyle on a YouTube channel one time in 2022? Why am I allowed to do that? Because I've earned it. I've earned my spot. My YouTube rapping is nothing compared to things I've accomplished. I'm going to say it again. My most failed day in this industry is your best day, Virginia. And other simp dude. My most failed day is better than your most successful day in any entity like this. If I try to break dance right now, I'm going to break a bone. I mean, come on, I'm not that old, but I'm just saying, I'll hurt myself. So what happens next? After I move out, I left college. All of, I left college, right? What do I do now? I gambled it all to rap with some dude from Compton. That didn't work out. I actually, shout out to my sister. Bless her. I love her. If you don't know me, I love my family. My family is effing amazing. My sister, out of all people, hooks me up. And I remind her of this every couple years or so. She doesn't remember. She says, hey, My buddy so and so heard that you do hip hop, rap music, and he wants to hook you up to do a show. Okay. Another time, I'm all of a sudden in the back of some dude's lowrider. Los Angeles 90s, lots of lowriders everywhere. But I get invited to go do a show. And it happens to be with Second to None and DJ Quick, who I'd already met in Santa Barbara, and the crew of people up in SB. Lighter shade of brown. It's this, basically what it was. It was a connection to the same management company that happened to manage these guys who had already sort of bumped heads or bumped elbows with. And if you know hip hop, you know some of the names I'm saying. I'm not trying to name drop or anything, but I'm just trying to be factual, historical, autobiographical, accurate. Kid Frost, One Hit Wonder. This is La Raza. DJ Quick, Second to None. Lighter Shade of Brown. And South Central Cartel, who happens to be a live streamer's favorite hip hop group, which is the connection that that dude feels with me. One of the connections. Anyway, I get invited to go do this show. And it's at Alhambra Boxing Center. It's like a festival. Well, it was actually a festival, but it was all proceeds go to this youth boxing center. So I'm already back then, even when I was a youngster, I'm already like working with kids and stuff and into that kind of shit. So I'm like, cool. I get to go do a hip hop show and it's for a benefit. It's a benefit concert. And DJ Quick is going to be there. The other dudes on Lighter Shade of Brown, whatever. But DJ Quick, that dude was the man. Okay, don't ask me twice. I'll hop in your lowrider with people I don't know. Let's go. And if you know LA, Alhambra is not near North Hollywood. It's quite a drive. But I hop in their car. And these dudes are straight up gangster with me. I mean, they're Latinos. They came. Their band name was Three Race or something. Anyway, these guys are straight gangster. Now they were cool with me because they knew my sister. But they're straight gangster with me. They're like same shit. They're like, speak when spoken to. Don't make us look stupid. Okay, cool. So we drive out in their lowrider. I remember the one I was in was a burgundy one with burgundy velour upholstery. So gangster. So we go out, and I'm a cocky kid. I'm cocky. I mean, we're all of us are a little rambunctious at 20 years old or whatever I was, 2019. But I'm cocky. But I'm humble. It's Spike. Same old Spike. But I'm cocky. If I'm rocking a mic, I'm fucking cocky. Why am I cocky? Well, let's rewind a little bit. The dude who taught me to battle rap is named MC Juice. A little bit older than me, from the same neighborhood, worked with the same DJs. MC Juice is the only rapper on the planet to ever take out Eminem. Look it up. Tommy knows. That's the dude who taught me how to battle rap. That's the dude I used to rhyme with. MC Juice. Look it up. Google it. You'll probably see me with my hands over my mouth, beatboxing. MC Juice, not stuttering. That's the dude who taught me how to battle rap. So, whenever I grab a microphone to kick a song that I've written, no problem, no sweat. I'm not freestyling. This isn't a battle. I get to recite something that I've written and memorized. Great, let's go. So I'm out in Alhambra Boxing Center, and I'm nervous as fuck. By the way, I mean, let's be real. Well, be real. Let me get to that. I'm nervous as fuck, and I'm backstage, like it's a green room, but it's a backstage. There's no green room. And Lighter Shade of Brown is performing. I'm backstage. It's a Sunday afternoon at the park. Whatever. Lighter Shade of Brown. Shout out. I'm backstage waiting for my turn to rock a mic. I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. I'm not performing yet. I'm waiting. Act after act. Remember, it's like a festival. I'm waiting backstage. Backstage, there's 50, 60, 70 people my age, a couple years older. And they're all like G'd up. I don't know shit. Remember, I'm a youngster. I'm from the Valley. I don't know shit. These dudes are all G'd up. There's a DJ backstage. Like, it's almost like a sideshow just for the people backstage. He's not overmodulating. You can still hear the music loud as hell on the outdoor stage. But backstage, which is basically the inside of this boxing center, there's like 50, 60 people with a little DJ just cutting it up on some 1200s, SP12s. What happens? Out of these 50 people, like 10, 12 people start battling. What? These dudes are having a little battle inside while there's a huge show going outdoors? That's too much. My OCD, ADHD shit, whatever is kicking in. I'm like, what? I'm about to go perform outside, but I want to listen to this battle. This is the real show to someone like me. That's the real show, this little battle, side stage. I want to battle. I don't want to rap my song Hype for the Nine-Os. I think it was Hype for the Nine-Os and Audience is Listening. Those are the two songs of my shit back then. I didn't want to go perform those things that I memorized. I wanted to go battle motherfuckers. But I had to go. So, all right. So Lighter Shade of Brown's over. South Central Cartel comes out. They perform like 4 songs. Meanwhile, like 15 minutes has gone by, 20 minutes has gone by. Spike. You know what? It's funny. I didn't even have an MC name yet. They called me Spike. Everybody called me Spike. But I hated that name as a rapper. So I remember I went by MCS. I mean, the dudes I rolled with called me, but they knew me as Spike. But on paper, like on the little flyer, I was MCS. Which is such a stupid name. It looks like MCs. But whatever. I'm a kid. I'm dumb. I don't know shit yet. I don't even have a name yet. I'm a puppy with no name. MCS. Spike. It's your turn. So I go up, I perform 2 songs. Cool. Hey, it went well. People in the crowd loved it. The dudes 3 race that took me there, they were like, damn, dude, you got that shit. Cool. But as soon as I was done, instead of like relishing or soaking in the fact that I just did one of my first shows ever, I beelined over the DJ, the 1200s, the dudes that were battling. I'm like, yo, in my mind, I'm like, I rhymed with 3 of the best rappers in Los Angeles, no doubt. Those were the dudes that groomed me back before that was a weird word. MC Juice, my homie Raven. I was trained to be the best. So I went and battled everybody, every single person backstage, everyone. Friendly battles, sort of like you suck a Nintendo kind of shit. Friendly battles, but I'm destroying everyone. I'm dropping quadruple syllable rhymes, triple syllables. Shit that they've never experienced live. I was flipping shit. destroying, and not like the zippity bippity bop flu chicken. Nah, I was fucking kicking shit to the point where who shows up? And this is all. If you all ever want to dox me, this is doxable shit. This is real shit. This is verifiable shit. People will tell you the same shit I'm telling you. Who rolls in backstage? Sendog, Be Real, Cypress Hill. Cypress Hill shows up, and they're standing outside in the outside of the circle, of this battle circle. And at this point, they're still new to the game. I'm starstruck, sort of. I'm looking at Be Real with his beanie on, just like in the videos. Looking at Sendog with his whatever they're called, fisherman hat with the brim below his eyes. And those dudes are not. Those dudes are gangster. Those back, especially back then, they were gangster. They're looking at me like, who the fuck is this dude? To the point where Sendog called me out. And I'm not going to dox myself, even though a few of you already know this, to the point where he looked at me and pointed at me and said, yo, dude. And then he explained what I was doing with an adjective. I was basically destroying everybody. I was the sickest battle rapper in the whole arena. And Sendog at that point gave me my name. The name that I have used for business purposes in hip hop music is the name that Sendog told me I was. The word that he called me out, the adjective he used to describe me, is the exact word that I used as my name for the next 2 decades. That is the name that I got signed by at Atlantic Records 6 years later. That name that Sendog called me. You want to check my flex? Call Sendog. This YouTube rapper really sucks, is your weirdo opinion. That one guy who keeps writing about me, spurging out in community tabs. I don't need your verification. I've already been verified and certified by Be Real. Sendog. I'm skipping ahead, but who else? Souls of Mischief, Farside, The Alcoholics, The Licks Crew, DJ Quick, Most Def, KRS-One. When he moved out to Glendale, guess who? If you know where Glendale is, that's a hop and a skip from North Hollywood. I don't need some weirdo on YouTube to tell me I'm good or not. Wu-Tang Clan, De La Soul. I perform with these dudes. These dudes gave me hugs. KRS-One gave me pounds. Like, who the fuck is this white dude busting shit like I'm busting? I don't need a pancake on YouTube to tell me I'm good or not. Cypress Hill named me. This is YouTube. This is just fun shit. But this person also wants to tell me the people in the Discords are all agreeing that Spike should be striking channels for using his artwork. What? What world are you in? What universe? What plane of existence are you living on? How have you spent the last 3 days since Christmas talking about this shit on YouTube? You got kids, dude. You got family. Don't you have shit going on? Don't you have grass to touch wherever you are? I haven't been on YouTube. Literally, all these people who know me, the ones that love me and the ones that don't, haven't seen me. I haven't been on panels. You streamed earlier saying that I was on some panel 3 days ago and you saw me talking shit. I wasn't on any fucking panels, you fucking liar. Oh, let me tell you how to be a real man. Let me tell you how to be an alpha man. Let me tell you how not to be a beta, well, not to be a simp or a cult member. Dude, you go on panel, you go on live streams and just fucking spurg out so weirdly. I wasn't on any panels 3 days ago. I hadn't even seen any of these people in the drama community stream for like almost 2 months. I haven't seen Seth Rollins in a long ass time, bro. Hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. I do see Nova once in a while because I make sure to see Nova because that's my sister. I make sure to see Shifty, the people in my chat. I definitely make sure to call out to some people because I love them and I want to make sure that they're having a good day. That's what I do. To a lot of you people, some of you guys reach out to me. That's the only reason why I'm streaming right now at 2:45. Because a couple people hit me up to be like, yo, you see this shit? You hear about this shit going on? I don't like, you know what? I don't like battling Cerrone. Name drop again. I don't like battling that dude. I don't like battling anybody on YouTube. It's embarrassing for both sides. I don't like doing that shit, but a motherfucker got to get called out when a motherfucker got to get called out. I don't want you bragging. I don't want you pretending that you know shit. I don't want you threatening to dox me. And you know what? I think it's weird that you're harassing people that are on the spectrum and then bragging about being a millionaire when you're flexing fake $100 bills. That's weird. For motion picture uses only. That's fucking weird. I don't know what kind of clout you get for being a millionaire on YouTube. I don't know. But that's fucking weird. And it's, you know what else is fucking weird? When anybody talks about meeting you in person. First of all, I'm not going to meet any of you in person unless you're a female, maybe. Sorry, I had to say that. I'm not meeting it. Most likely, actually, I might meet Charlins because I owe him a cheeseburger. I'm not meeting any of you guys in person. Talking about beating people up online? What? What the fuck is that shit? The fuck is that shit? Ooh, I'll fucking beat you up. I'll fucking shoot you. Okay, now we're getting into legal weirdness. Why do people talk about... Dude, it's 2025. You guys are acting like the internet just came out. You're acting like it's 95. In fact, that's another weird thing about YouTube is that half of you just discovered the World Wide Web or act like it. It's fucking weird. That's fucking weird. In all of my years, and most of us grown adults' years on the internet, we don't threaten to go beat people up. It's never been a thing. Trust me, since the moment social media and internet was around, I was there. Because I had weirdo parents who were on it since day one. So I knew exactly. I memorized the sound of a dial-up modem. Shift happens, don't test me. I memorized that sound. I've been on social media since the beginning. Since Prodigy, since AOL, since the beginning. Instagram, whoa, mind blown. TikTok, that's hilarious. Vine. Did I say America Online? YouTube. Look at my account. I've been on YouTube since like 2007 or something. Threatening to come knock on my door to beat me up or your door. That's fucking psycho. That's psycho shit. Never gonna happen. And if it did happen, I don't know. I mean, Jeremy, there's a couple people out there that have seen my photos. I'm not 6'7", 6'7". I'm not 6'3". I'm somebody you don't want to fuck with. Real talk. You don't want to fuck with me. Maybe if you have your AR-15 pointed at me, and yeah, maybe you might get me there. You don't want to fuck with me. You don't want to fuck with me. People don't fuck with me in real life. Some YouTuber, you don't want to fuck with me. Even on the way home an hour and a half ago, I'm driving, somebody honks at me, and I'm already a little upset because of real life shit. Motherfucker honks at me, getting all crazy, almost cuts me off. So what do? I stop my car. I stop my truck. The intersection isn't for another 100 yards. I stop for no reason. If this was a busy time of night, it's wrong to do. But I stop because I'm waiting for him to come up and crawl up on me now that he fucking honked and got all crazy at me. What does he do? He rolls up on me. As soon as he sees who he's fucking with, guess what he does? Turns left into the Ralph's parking lot. He don't want to fuck with me. You don't want to fuck with me. You don't. But I'm a lover, not a fighter. Lucky you. I don't have an AR-15. Lucky you. I ain't flexing my guns or my handcuffs on YouTube panels. That ain't my shit. This is what happens when you drink a Monster at midnight. But Spike, why aren't you on YouTube? You know what? When you guys first met me, I worked for myself. I've been working for myself since 2017 because I write music. I do things to make money. I didn't have an employer, thank goodness. I was blessed. But I work for somebody now. I work for a group, a community of people that need my help, that love my help. I don't know if they need my help, but definitely the person that was there before me and the other people that are on my left and my right, they don't do what I do. So they might possibly need my help. Hey, what's up? Long time no see, Shameless. Spike, what are you doing? You're a rapper. You're a famous rapper, right? No, I'm not. I'm a behavioral therapist tech. Oh, Spike, you're a therapist? You're a liar. No, I'm not a therapist. I'm like an assistant. It's like an assistant nurse kind of thing. But nurse isn't cool enough to tell you that. But on the paper that I got hired on, it's behavioral therapist technician. I work with people with Down syndrome and autism and people that are suffering early onset dementia. That's what I do. I help them with their behaviors throughout the day. I work like 12-hour days. I'm not hanging out on YouTube like I used to. Sorry, guys. Sorry to disappoint you. That's what I'm doing. And I'm fucking tired. I'm not used to this. I haven't had a boss in like 8 years. I haven't had a place to check in. I haven't clocked in anywhere. I've never gotten $1, like a handout. No, actually, one time I did in front of Starbucks. Some lady thought I was like homeless with my dog. She's like, "Here, you need $5." I'm like, "Oh, I'm just unshaven." During COVID, when we all grew beards. Anyway, that's besides the point. I digress. But I go in early and I leave late. That's why I'm here now. Some of you guys, thank you, Shifty. Some of you guys know what I do. I give you updates literally on like a daily or weekly basis. I don't babble to the weirdos on YouTube. I babble to people that I truly love, people that I interact with, people that are real to me. No offense. I mean, I love some of y'all on the YouTube universe, but I talk on phones. I talk on phone calls. I talk on texts. I don't use QWERTY keyboards to say hello and how are you. But yeah, that's what I do. I deal with behavioral disorders all day long. So when I come to YouTube, dealing with people with behavioral disorders is a little bit too much. So I stay away and I watch movies and I watch Pluribus. I watch whatever weird series on TV. I watch YouTube videos, watch documentaries. I just try to brighten up my mind a little bit. I can't deal with all the fucking weirdness. And you know what? If you cut through the weirdness and the bullshit on YouTube, there's actually some fantastic shit going on, some really amazing people. But unfortunately, you have to cut through a lot of that crud to get to those people or those moments. I mean, a lot. The drama, nah, I'm more of a comedy kind of dude, to be honest. But yeah, that's what I do. I wake up. I'm actually starting to question after 11 months or a year now, or 11 months right now. I'm a little bit curious on what my existence really is. Because I wake up, I say hello to a few people. I might sing a song or two, maybe do a little recording. Because that morning voice is where you get the good notes. Especially if you want to talk like an alpha male, not a beta, not a simp. I might record a little bit, might goof around. But my only adventure at that point is what am I going to eat? What's my first meal of my day? That's my main concern. It's kind of awesome, yet a little sad. That's my main concern is what delicious thing am I going to put into my mouth? Pause. Delete. What am I going to eat? What meal is going to nourish me to get me through the next 6 to 8 hours? That's what I do. And I'm not even exaggerating. Those who know me know exactly. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's Shifty or Nova or whoever it is. I'm gonna hit you up like, yo, what's that recipe for sausage rolls, Nova? Like, that's my concern. Why is it my concern? Because we all need good meals. So that's my first thing I do. The next thing I do is I figure out how to take my slowest route to work. Never been late, not one day. Never been late because I'm a weirdo like that. But I'm going to take my slowest route, whether I want to stop at the store, whether I want to check out some new technology at Best Buy, whatever it is. And then I get to work. And then immediately, before a motherfucker can even clock in, it's spike. This, that. There's no timeouts when you're working with behavioral disorders. There's no timeouts. As soon as I'm there, I'm there. And I'm there for a dozen hours, 10 hours usually, maybe 13, depends. And I move from different building to different building. So there are a few kids, like this one guy that I call Janet. Well, I'll explain that later, maybe. But this one guy who, his name is Chris. Janet talks, but I know Seth, right? But this one dude who immediately needs everything, needs to talk to me like I'm his brother. Another guy who loves, because I cook a lot. I cook for these people a lot. There's 5 different kitchens, but I'll cook for a few of them here and there, whether it's lunches for the next day or whatever, just because I got some chef skills and they need to be fed correctly. Just like I wake up and I need to be fed correctly. So I'll make sure they have good nutrients, healthy options. And I'm usually dealing with headaches. Thank goodness for Advil. I'm usually dealing with their headaches that are involving my head for the next 6 to 8 hours. Tonight, what happened was I did that. I just finished, I'm working on a recipe called Hoppin' John's. It's going to be ready on New Year's. But I just finished the prep for that when all of a sudden I get some texts and a phone call like, hey, this is happening. Did you know this is happening? Did you know that you're getting bashed by some weirdo on YouTube? I'm like, what? No. I even fucking looked at YouTube. I hadn't seen anyone streaming except I think I saw Mr. P like a month ago. I see Shifty stream when she streams. Nova I saw, and regrettably I missed her stream, but I saw she did 2 streams, I think, in the last month or so. I missed the second one because even my bestie Nova, I don't even see her stream. Y'all think I'm streaming or I'm in the panels or I'm in the chats. I'm not. I barely have time to have my meals. But anyway, so like I said, I think I'm repeating, I'm not trying to loop. If I do a loop-de-loop, it's going to be one loop-de-loop. But I get accused of being in some channel the other day or panel. What? I hadn't seen any. I saw Angel stream. And when I saw Angel stream, I saw Kane and he showed me his new channel. I didn't know he had a new channel, like for a month now or something. And then from there, I learned about Vegas and other channels. Doc doesn't have a channel. I didn't know Doc didn't have a channel. I mean, I remember making the joke that if you miss 2 days of YouTube, you miss a whole chapter. I've missed dozens of days. I've missed an entire series. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. But you're calling me a cult member because I guess somebody's been using my music. Somebody's been using a song of mine that I didn't publish, or it's not an official song. It was a freestyle on a live stream like 3 years ago. And somebody is using, yeah, right, I didn't know that, Miss P. But somebody is using a clip of mine from 3 years ago on their live stream. And now I'm getting called out that I better strike that person. I'm supposed to strike them. What? First of all, I'm sorry, outside of the Compton shit and the hip hop shit, Something that most of you don't know, some of you do. I've written theme songs for shows that you've watched. I've written the intro songs to 2 shows on the E channel. I don't even like those shows. But I got hit up 10 years ago or so to write up, to do a song. Actually, I didn't even ask to get written. They actually just wanted to use a song I'd already written. And then the next time it was to actually write a song for a different show. I've never even watched the second show, and I didn't like the first show. But am I going to get mad at them and strike that show for using a song I recorded back in 2012? No. Use my music, use my art. Please do. Thank you. If you do it with ill intent, or if you do it while you're trying to threaten me, then we have an issue. But if you just want to use something that I've created, whether it's a painting or a drawing or a piece of music, go, by all means, go ahead and please give me a credit. Please shout me out. That's how it works. That's how the industry works. So I have little YouTubers typing and trying to incite riots versus Spike. Hey, everybody over in this Trap House Discord says fuck Spike and you got to strike the channels now. I don't believe that that's what's happening because people in the Trap House love me. I've never even been on Discord, but I know that those people, most of them, handful of them, enjoy me. I enjoy them. So I don't think that there's this fake group of people that are trying to come after Spike. But I'm supposed to start striking YouTube channels because they're using my artwork? What fucking universe does that work? That's not how it works. That's not how the music industry works. That's not how entertainment industry works. That's not how art works. But somebody who pushes buttons and thinks they're a DJ or whatever they're doing, they want to tell me on how I'm supposed to do shit? And also, skip that, rewind. You want me to be a channel striker? I thought that I haven't been around, but I thought people were done doing the strike wars. Why are you telling me to strike channels when I know for a fact you're complaining about channels that have been stricken? But you're on YouTube. You better start striking those channels, Spike. Everybody hates you. Everybody's talking shit about you. I don't believe that. And I don't believe in striking channels. And I have things in real life that are way more important than going to YouTube and typing the terms of service. Hey, this person is copyright stricken, blah, blah, blah. Am I spurging? Or am I passionate? I think it's disgusting with the amount of strikes that have been happening. I think it's gross with the people whose channels have been taken down. I don't know who or what. This is another Jurassic 5 photo. On the left, you'll have Newmark. That's the dude who trained me how to rock microphones. On the right, you're going to have DJ Cut Chemist, who also worked with Ozo Motley, and DJ Shadow, I believe. Those 2 DJs are the ones that cultivated the spiker, the one that you think is not a good rapper. But I've been cultivated by 2 of the best DJs on the planet. And microphonists. Anywho. Striking channels? That's what you guys are doing now? I get it once in, a couple times if certain channels got struck for whatever reason, I can understand. But y'all are trying to punk me into striking people's channels now. That's what y'all are doing. Or just one person, whoever it is. I'm not going to go striking channels. That ain't my shtick. That ain't what I do. I'm not a snitchy dude like that. And if you're going to use my artwork because you just want to rock my artwork, then thank you. Thank you for sharing my artwork. Thank you. Any of you channels that will ever want to use a song of mine, please do it. Go ahead. If you're doing it with ill intent, or if you're doing it to bash me, or if you're doing it to infringe upon my artistic freedoms, then we'll have a problem. But if you're just doing it because you like my shit and you're going to shout me out, cool. But like I've already said, and if I'm looping, I'm not looping. I know I'm not looping here. I might be doing a little twisty. I haven't been around for 2 months most of the time. Obviously, I'm not dead, but I haven't been around most times of the day. And I didn't know, which is sort of awesome, I think. I didn't know that that channel existed that was rocking my song at their intro every day. Like 30 streams. I don't know. It's been over a month. So that's cool. That's more than it was before when I was paying attention. But they've been rocking my song almost every day. Why am I mad at that? Because of something that they said on their show? That's not my business. And it's not my business to start being a policeman monitoring every channel and what they say. That ain't my business either. If you see me in a chat, it ain't my business what that person on the stream did. I'm not in charge of the panel when I'm saying hello to Shameless in the chat. I'm not a part of whatever is being said on a stream when I'm shouting out Nova in the chat. That ain't my business. And until it is, it's not my business to hop on a panel to say something about it. And in fact, no harm, no foul. Most of the time, I don't even listen to the panels on any stream, any channel. I'm talking to people in the chat. Again, no hate, no harm, no foul. I've been like that for years. I've said it for years in a very friendly way. I'm not here to listen to people yelling at each other. Or I'm not here to talk about squid octopus sushi. I'm here to fucking talk to these people in the chat because they're cracking me up. Some of these people in chat on that level and that existence, I fucking adore them. I love them. And I'm man enough to use the L word. Trust me. I love that shit. I love it. Whether they're friendly people, whether they're trolly people, there's so many people I enjoy in chats. And a lot of the time, even because, especially in the last 11 months of my life, I can't listen. During 90% of the streaming hours, basically from 10 a.m. until 2 a.m., I'm not anywhere that I can listen to you. I can't listen to YouTube. I can't. Especially with some of what y'all are saying on these panels. If I have some 20-year-old autistic guy looking at me for assistance and all of a sudden he hears people doxing each other or screaming F words at each other, especially with some of the people like in Virginia, especially some of the way that they talk, there's absolutely no way I'm going to have my audio playing around those people, around the people I love, the people I'm working with. Hell no. Hell no. And I've tried. I've listened like on volume 3. I'm listening to Angel's show, whatever it is, and all of a sudden we got the fucking fake cop in Virginia screaming every F word in the fucking dictionary. Nah, I'm not playing that. You know what? If you know me, I don't even play that shit in my car. I don't bump music like that. If I have music, I like radio edit docs. I don't like bumping shit like that. When the music I make, and you know what? Actually, people who know me from 2022, I never cussed. I never used to cuss till I was on panels with you guys. I learned not to cuss a long time ago. I don't write music with F-bombs. That's not the way I make my hip hop music. That's one of the things that many people have loved and respected from me in this industry is that I don't drop nasty lyrics. But ever since I met most of y'all, I fucking drop motherfucker all the time. Shout out Julia, who came up with the swear jar, partly because of the way I used to speak on those panels. But I don't listen to that shit. It's not good for my eardrum. It's not good for my brain. It's not good for my heart. And it's not good for yours either. Oh no, Spike said heart. He's soft. He's such a simp. He's beta. Whatever, bitch. See, I dropped the B word there. I'm sorry. If you got kids or people nearby, I apologize. It's not good. It's not good for the soul. That kind of language. It's not how I rock. And I hear too much of it on YouTube from a few people, mostly from Virginia. And that's the problem I have with that dude. He's vile. He's disgusting. That guy's a monster. I don't think that he's violent. I don't think that he's a threat. I think that he's actually opposite of the shit that he flexes. But that dude is disgusting. And I can't be around him because I believe he's abusing the elderly. Just my belief. But a few of you know, I actually studied and have taken tests And I have made promises to the state of California and to the government, to the federal government, to be a mandated reporter if I'm witnessing any abuse towards an elder or somebody on the spectrum. Another reason why I don't want to be around that dude. He's literally done that to both neurodivergent and elderly. We've seen it. It's not even for me to guess. It's not like an imaginative thing anymore. We've watched it happen. We've seen it happen. We've heard it happen. All of us are witness. All of us. Damn, Spike's on a real one tonight. Yeah, that's what happens. I didn't have my good meal today. I had my good meal yesterday. We've all witnessed it. And if I witness anymore, I am going real life. I've already started. The way that dude has tried to dox my family and put my family at threat, my family is aware. I've already started my procedures. Promise. 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 Virginia. Promise. I'm the nice guy in the family. You don't want to fuck with me. You don't want to fuck with us. And you're fucking with us. You're fucking with us with AR-15s and threats of violence. As some of you know from years ago, my niece is on my YouTube. My niece sees a lot of this shit. Not on the live streams per se, some of them. But she was the first person that I asked 3 years ago not to make an appearance. She used to be in my comment sections. Some of you guys know Raven. Raven I've had on my streams before. That's my fucking brother. He doesn't type in my comment sections because of what some of y'all are doing and have done. I've advised, I love that dude. That is my fucking bro. I've known him since we were 6 years old. That's my brother. And he hopped on YouTube a few times and paneled up, and people love that guy. People love him. But I told him, yo, see, no one loves Raven. I told him, no, dude, don't interact in the comments. Don't go there. Because some of these people are unsafe. Virginia, Pancake. And I don't even think that some of you are dangerous, but I think that what you guys are doing, you're inciting violence, you're inciting cults, you're inciting segregation, you're just inciting division. That's dangerous. Because it might not be you, but the person that you're instigating or inspiring, it's that person. That's the dangerous one. Or it could be you. I don't know. But y'all are trying to create hate with Spiker. I'm a fucking lover, not a fighter. You don't want to roll with me, though. I'm a lover. I ain't here to fucking be all crazy and fucking show you my jujitsu black belt. I'm not here to do that shit. I'm here to fucking inspire and create. I'm here to make art, make love. Pause. I'm here to make meals. I like to post things that I cook and things that I eat. If you follow my page at all, I post a little music. I post a little bit of the YouTube bullshit since I was threatened. Yeah, I post a little bit of that because I want to make sure that person's seeing what he's doing. When you wish I'm dying of cancer after witnessing a 4-year-old passive cancer and you laugh about it, we got problems. We got problems. That shit fucking pissed me off, dude. On a real level, that shit pissed me off. I'm never knocking on your door because I don't want to have greasy fingers, but we got problems. And you're a fucking piece of shit. You're disgusting, and people who are platforming you should think twice about that. You shouldn't be on the internet. Just like the guy you're bullying, the big kid with the whatever, neither one of you should be on. You shouldn't be on the internet. You shouldn't be on social media. You should not be on panels, and you should not be given a microphone without a mute button on the fucking channel host's fucking thumb. You're disgusting. You're vile. You're a monster. Unfortunately, the shit that where you suck at Nintendo, there was a small portion of you that had hope, being funny. But 80% of everything that comes out of your mouth is either vile, disgusting, or a lie. You don't deserve to be on the internet. The internet is a freedom that I don't think that you deserve. And I would ask your mother and father about that one. And before I really want to judge you, I'm going to make sure that I hear from your mother or father one way or another. Because I think you're abusing them. And I think that most people think that. And because you're fucking with me so hard, I'm gonna figure that out. I'm not actively doing shit, but it's already in the works. You fucked with the wrong one. You're fucking with the wrong one. Even the other day when I basically said hello and you decide to call me an F word and then continually laugh at my disabilities, which I don't have. I mean, we all have something, I guess, but I'm not disabled, bro. I don't have cancer, homie. But you decide, let's hold on a second, real quick. This is something that keeps repeating in my brain. Let's say I was disabled. Why is that something that you would laugh at? Let's say I really did have cancer. Why would you be laughing at that, hoping that I'm dying? Why? There's some guy on YouTube. Why? Why would it matter that much to your black heart? Why? Why is that funny? Why do you pick on women and men who are disabled on the internet? Why do you constantly pick at people's disabilities? Why are you constantly poking and prodding, hoping and saying that someone is dying or instigating them to go unalive themselves? Why do you do that? Why is that funny to you? Real talk. King of Kilt in the house. What's up, Paul? Why is that funny? Real talk. Ask your mother, ask your father. You know what? Better yet, ask your son if that's funny. Hey, is it funny when dad does this? Ask them that. If they agree, then I feel sorry for all of y'all. But I bet you they wouldn't agree. Any sane human wouldn't agree with you. It's not funny. The things that I've heard you say about Ladybug, disgusting. Kiwi, fuck you. The way you talked about Kiwi, I wish the worst for you. Fuck you. I dropped an F-bomb. I owe a couple bucks to the jar. I apologize. But that fucking pisses me off. That fucking hurts. That wasn't even in my frontal lobe. That was in the back of my mind. It just popped out. But the way you made jokes about Kiwi, I wish the worst for you. The way you made jokes about Ladybug, half of the women on the internet, half of the women over 40, over 30, the way you make fun of a young lady on the spectrum, the way you talked about her, the way you sexualized her, you're a piece of shit. You don't ever want to cross my path. It would be your worst mistake. And I'm not even trying to be like, look at me, I'm tough, I'm big, I'm tough. Look at my biceps. I'm not even going there. You just want to fuck with me. Just the way I would look at you would melt you. You're disgusting trash. You're garbage. You lie about everything, and you're just the way you speak and treat people is horrible. You're a millionaire taking turkeys from the church. You're disgusting. You're disgusting. And that's the funny shit. Real shit. I believe in will. I believe in vibe. I believe in superstitious things. So the way that you talk about people and their diseases is disgusting. The way that you hoped I was dying of cancer actually worried me a little bit because I believe in the funky juju. I don't even like to say that word. I don't say that word. I don't type the word. If you look at my profile, I don't spell the word out. From a decade before I even met any of you, I don't spell that word. I don't say that word. I'm so superstitious about it, and the way you casually say it, hoping I'm dying, you're the worst. You're horrible. And when people are online typing about how much they back you up and hope that I'm getting what you're wishing on me, fuck you too. Fuck you and your fake cult crew that you say is backing you up on Discords or whatever. You're the worst too. You're the worst because you're supporting that guy who's wishing death on me and laughing at death on the little kid who got me here. Because a lot of you know the reason why I ended up on YouTube was because I had to get away after that little girl passed away. I had to get away from social media and I came to YouTube. So the fact that y'all are laughing about it and y'all are both wishing, you both are. You both are. If you're backing up fucking phony Cerrone and thinking that he'll kick my ass and that he's right and I'm just a piece of shit rapper. If you're talking that shit and backing that motherfucker up, then you're both fucking shit. And you both spend way too much on YouTube. I see one of you's on a panel looking for a panel all the fucking time. The other one's typing 100 community posts per day, per hour. It's fucking weird. Go hang out with your kids. Go volunteer at the church. Do something. Mr. B, I haven't seen you in probably, well, I've seen you, but I haven't really chatted with you in probably 3 or 4 months, and I miss you, bro. Ask Shifty. Offline, I talk about your awesomeness. Awesomeness docs. Actually, don't ask her because I gave her a list of a handful of some very cool people. Just verbally, I did. It wasn't written down or anything. I didn't type it out. It wasn't in 12-point font or anything. I know this is the. I know you guys kind of probably like my aggression right now, or whatever it is, my adrenaline. But what happened after what happened after I was named after MCS was no longer my name? Oh, yeah, we were talking about how y'all have probably heard songs that I've worked on or written or recorded on E channel. What's funny is the other guy who says he's a DJ, although he just pushes buttons and mixes things through computer, that guy has actually played one of my songs, yet he's posting that I'm a shitty rapper. But he doesn't realize that he's posted one of my songs, or he's played one of my songs during one of his little radio shows. So that's funny. Also, I guess he doesn't remember the things he used to comment on my posts about, well, I have screenshots, I can share them. But he definitely didn't think I was a horrible rapper back then. Sorry, I'm not going to share those screenshots, but he definitely posted things about, like, well, whatever. Very friendly about my music and whatnot. Also, again, some of you already know these things. I have songs, whether I'm on those microphones or the person writing lyrics, called ghostwriting. I've done songs that most of you have heard. Maybe not Mr. B. No offense. Most of you have heard. I recorded a song that one of you guys played, like I just said, on your YouTube stream of hip hop music. But I'm a shitty YouTube rapper, right? I'm also 100% in a movie that, well, I've been in a few movies, but I'm in one movie that I've heard half of you talk about. Almost all of you, including even Mr. B, have seen a movie that I'm in. Am I a star? No. No. Did I say anything? Yes. Am I famous? No. Am I YouTube famous? No. No, not. In fact, even Ice Cube, I had a court. I had it was settled out of court. But even something I wrote, Ice Cube ended up making one of his biggest hits out of. See, so what happened was, so Cypress Hill meets this little guy from the Valley and they give me my name. I go on to record under that name until 2003. I signed a deal with Atlantic Records under that name. And again, some of you already know this story. So I signed what's called an Andy DeFranco type deal. I signed a recording. My recording contract was amazing. Same, Mr. B. Um, my deal was fantastic. My signing bonus was, well, huge, I guess, for 2003. It's not even a signing bonus. I hate that term because technically I would have to owe it all back had my contract ended up the right way. But so I signed a deal to Atlantic Records in 2003. And my percent, basically the amount of points I was giving away was something like 5 points. Andy DeFranco. I had like 95% or like 94, 92 and a half, I don't remember, percent of my royalties. Unheard of, except for Andy DeFranco at the time. And I basically modeled that after Annie DeFranco. I mean, her music was okay. It wasn't my favorite at the time, but her business was fantastic. And so I signed with Atlantic. I didn't have any entertainment lawyers at the time, but I was working indirectly in the movie industry, even though I'm not an actor, really. I mean, I'm not. But I'm a weirdo in Hollywood. So who goes over my contract? Well, I had to go to my friends because I didn't really have the money to hire some lawyer. They want like $1,000 per minute. So the people that went over my Atlantic Records music recording contract, David Lynch, Jen Lynch, and their legal team. That's who I was advised by. I'm name dropping a little bit because motherfuckers want to know shit. They think I'm just some YouTube rapper that appeared over in the Vegas community and now he's a cult member. No, I'm a dude who creates shit. I like to make shit. So David Lynch calls his daughter Jen, who I'm more like her brother's age or something, but she's an awesome lady. I call her Mama Jen. And she also wrote Mulholland Drive, and I don't know if a lot of you guys know more than I do, but anyway, so I go over to Jen's house. Again, I'm doxing myself, but whatever. And this is all, I mean, if you go through your little docs, little avenues and I'm right there. I'm right there. I'm not hiding. I've never, in fact, until I met y'all, I never hid on the internet. I was the person that was getting in front of the internet, in front of cameras, in front of microphones. Hey, look at me. Give me $1 million. Then I met this community. I'm like, well, I think I'm going to cover my shades a little bit, close my curtains a little bit. I've always been more than happy to get in front of cameras and do my little dance. Anywho, so I've not really had any musical success at this point, but I've had some success in the movie industry and film industry. So Mama Jen brings me over to her lawyer guy. So basically their legal team look over my contract and they're cool with everything in my contract except for one clause. And there's one clause that Atlantic Records or whoever it was that wrote the contract had in the contract that I had to have a problem with, and this is the reason why I wasn't going to sign, was that there was a clause on the back of one page that said, if I die, they own everything I've ever worked on with that name. What? What about my family? What about my next of kin kind of thing? No, they own everything that I've ever used on my name with that name. But at this point, everything has been that name. So that was the one thing that stopped me from signing. And then I became like rambunctious and hard to work with. But after rewrite, finally, that was the one clause that the Lynch family helped me get removed because it was the Lynch family. Again, I don't have to name drop. Most people know who they are. And especially back then, David Lynch was an entity. R.I.P. That was, and also he was an amazing painter, and he knew his coffee. So the cause of me dying and naked everything that I own was no longer there. So I continue. So I pursue recording. So where does the old little YouTube shitty rapper? Where do I end up? Again, this is 2002, 2003. Where do I end up? Where does this little YouTube cult member rapper that hangs out in communities and is a fence rider and everybody loves you? You have you have no friends if you love everyone. Whatever, all this bullshit that a few people, literally probably two people, are trying to create this narrative about Spiker. Where do I end up after I get signed? Oh, Can-Am Studios in Reseda. What? This weirdo Spike that hangs out over on that channel on YouTube? Oh, wait, Can-Am Studios in Reseda. Wait, I was the artist right after Eminem and Dr. Dre recorded Chronic? Oh, I worked with those engineers? Whoa, that's weird. Wait a second, but Spike grew up with the one guy, MC Juice, who destroyed Eminem in that rap battle back in Chicago. Wait, well, these are small worlds that are colliding. This little weirdo Spike, he rocked with Dre's group? Wait a second, the same Spike that when he was a kid went to Ruthless Records and met Eazy-E and Jerry Heller? That same little Spiker? That little shitty rapper Spike that hangs out on that one channel on YouTube? The one that has no skills? The little guy? The little guy? Yeah, that little guy. Dre just finished Chronic 2000. And I'm put in the studio with the same. In fact, I played on Snoop Dogg's PlayStation. Because after they recorded their album, Snoop just left his PlayStation in the green room. That's how I learned PlayStation. I wasn't a PlayStation guy. I was an Xbox guy. Wait a second. Snoop, Eminem, and Dr. Dre? And the next person that walked into Can-Am was Spike? That weird guy Spike from YouTube? Yeah, that guy. That guy. Wait a second. You didn't hear my album? Ah, that's fucked up. Wait a second. You didn't hear the album? No, maybe you heard something I did. Maybe a little bit of something. Maybe a little bit of something. But no, my full album was not released. Have you heard my shit? Probably. Have you heard it where on that album or this album or that track or this track? Maybe. Look it up. Can-Am Studios, Reseda, California, San Fernando Valley. Look it up. Look it up. I'm giving you the facts. You want to dox me? You want to threaten my family? You want to come after me? I'm giving you the info. Look it up. Not you, J-Dub. Please don't look it up. I mean, you can look it up, but don't come after me, please. I'm scared of you. In a very lovely way. So every time I say a song, Afro Man always reminds me of J-Dub. So yeah, so I record after Dre and M leave the studio. Wait, the same M from D12? No. Wait, the same M from D12 that performed at 310, Club 310 in Santa Monica back in 1998? With Spike? No. Nah. That same dude? The best rapper in the entire world? Actually, Raven's better than him, but he never got to that level. But the best rapper in the whole world? What? Spike was there? Nah. Spike battled? Spike did not battle him, but Spike did battle dudes in D12. Wait, Spike battled Bus Driver? What? Spike battled Chino XL? What? Wait a second. The same Spike loser Spike that hangs out on that one channel, the shitty rapper Spike? Yeah, that dude. That dude. Damn, Spike's really dropping some history tonight. Spike's gonna go to sleep really well tonight. Yeah. After all these years, Spike has never been braggadocious and babbled all these facts to you guys? No, not really. A couple you maybe a little bit in backstage or whatever. So yeah, so I signed with Atlantic. I go and record at K&M Studios. I record a record. But why didn't you guys hear that album? Well, you might have heard again, like a little bit of this or that. But why didn't you guys get my record? Why can't you find my record? It's a better question. Because that summer, what did I do? Well, hold on a second. Spike was not just a rapper, dude. Spike, even since age 18, age 20, Spike was an entire entity. He was a creator. He was an artist. He was he was a good soul. So some of you that know my story know that even by age 18, I was already working with kids. By age 20, I was already working with kids with autism. I ran the first sports program in the state of California to include in an all-inclusive sports program where I taught sports to kids with autism. We didn't call it spectrum back then. Kids with autism with kids who were non-autistic, quote unquote, normal functioning. I ran the first summer sports program. I created and designed the first summer sports program to be all-inclusive and teach kids on both sides of the spectrum, although there are no sides, it's more like an octagon. Team sports. Me. Look it up. Look it up. Those who know all my doxing information who are threatening me on the internet, look me up. That was me. So what happened that summer? I derailed a little bit. What happened that summer after I got signed? I went to go teach that group. It's a 2-week program. Well, it was actually a 6-week program, but I needed to go 2 weeks at a time. So this rapper that just got signed 5 months earlier, whatever, in July or whatever, August maybe, I had to go do 2 weeks. But here's the thing, I had already recorded the 8 songs that they needed. They only needed 8 songs recorded on this trip to the studio. I had already recorded them. I had already done 2 before that. That's how I got the deal. The 2 that, well, I had 4 before I got the deal, but 2 of those 4 they were keeping for a record, for an album. That's how it sort of works usually. Or similarly, so I just needed 8 more songs because an album, an LP is 10 songs. Damn, Spike's really dropping fact bombs today. Yeah, so an album is 10 songs. It has to be 10 songs. It can't be 8 songs. It can't be 7 songs. If it's 5 songs or less, it's considered an EP, an extended release or extended play release. And I believe all these terms came from vinyl days. But whatever the case is, I needed to have 10 songs. And I already had 8 recorded at the studio. I already had 2 recorded before I got my deal. I'm going to read your comments when I'm done roller coastering over here. But I love y'all. Thank you. But I had to go. So I'd already recorded these 8 songs. So right now, the studio, Atlantic Records, remember. Now, I was born in a Columbia/Capitol Records family. I was hoping to be signed by Capitol, to be honest. That's where my parents met. That's where I wanted to be signed. And to this day, I still want to deal with Capitol Records, except they signed an AI rapper 2 years ago, and I'm pissed off about that. But Capitol Records literally already knows of me. I mean, they've known of me since I was born. That's where, again, where my family and my parents met. Anyway, and I'm not even exaggerating. My birth announcement is on Capitol Records stationery. Not a joke. Not a joke. That's who I am. This weirdo from YouTube? Yeah, that's me. Anywho, so I'm signed to Atlantic and I have 8 songs recorded. But what happens after recording vocals and beats and whatnot is now we need to bring in a DJ. Now we need to bring in a couple people to finalize the mix downs. And at that point, we're going to need somebody to master, although that's a whole nother process. Okay. Spike, we don't need you in the studio right now. Go play Snoop's PlayStation in the green room. That's when I started playing that PlayStation. I was in the green room. I'm like, well, I'm coming into the studio where we're paying like $10,000 a day or whatever it was. and I'm just sitting in the back room playing PlayStation. Like, I didn't even like the basketball game. I was a Madden dude, but it was like NBA 2K2 or 3 or whatever it was. What? I mean, it's cool. And I'm smoking weed. I was smoking lots of weed back then. Lots of weed. I was a blunt master. I was the bong master. I'll smoke anybody under the table back then. Sorry, marijuana docs. I haven't smoked in over 2 years. I don't smoke anymore. But I'm just saying, back then, fuck yeah. It's fucking I was named by Cypress Hill. You don't think I fucking smoked them bongs? Anywho, I'm lit, smoking bong loads, playing PlayStation, while my producer, who is also my homie, and Dr. Dre's engineers, whoever they were, I forget who they were doing the mix downs, mixing down my tracks, finalizing certain, like, oh, we need a sharp D here. We need this keyboard sound, whatever. We need a DJ just cut and scratch on this little part, whatever it was. I'll totally smoking under the table shift. Come on. We've already talked about that. Not anymore, though. I don't even eat gummies anymore. No. Sobriety is my only high. Well, that and carbs. So I'm backstage. I'm in the green room all the time. Not backstage. I'm in the side room while they're in the main studio area, and I'm in this fucking. If I go out the door, I can go see them through the glass, but there's a window separating me. I couldn't be any more distant to the recording process at this point, and I was upset about it a little bit. But now it's a 12-day, it's something like a 12-day or a 10-day lockout to do these mix downs, to basically do the finishing steps of the recording process. So I'm like, well, shit, I have to go. I'm supposed to go do this volunteer work at this autism group camp. It was a camp. It was basically a camp. It was 6 weeks, but it was 2-week sessions. It was like classes, but it was a camp. It was 24 hours, so it was a camp. Well, I got to go do this. So I tell my homie, who's technically my producer, but I tell him, yo, I'm going to go to my thing that I normally do, which everybody who knew me knew that I did that. That was part of my thing. That was part of the person they signed. They knew that that's exactly who this dude Spike was. I'm this fucking badass rapper who's also a good Samaritan of the planet. What? That's fucking weird. A rapper that badass and he volunteers with autistic kids? Wait a second. These things aren't lining up back then. I mean, nowadays it would, but back then, nobody was doing that shit. Nobody was like me. Still nobody's like me, but back then, nobody. Nobody did what I did the way I did it. Nobody. And they knew that. That's why I had a signing bonus of over 100 grand. Back then, that's like $1 billion, a gazillion. But that's why. That's why I had the Andy DeFranco deal. I was a fucking weirdo. Was, is, whatever. But I'm like, yo, I'm going to go do this thing now because y'all don't even need me anymore. I mean, I could tell these guys that I'm recording verses and doing these songs that I've written, but you're not even needing me for the last 3 days. So I'm going to go bail out. Peace. I love you. Yeah, no worries, Spike. We got you, man. When you come back, we're going to light it up and you're going to hear some fucking gold candy for your ears, whatever. All right, cool. I didn't just disappear. So I went and did my thing that I'd done for the 3 years prior. I've been doing it since the mid 90s, whatever. I've been doing it my entire existence. I was doing it before I was 18 even. I was always on that tip of like, how can I help teach football to a bunch of kids? Like I was always that guy. Even when my first year was age 15, I think, or 14. I've always done it. I graduated through that kind of lifestyle. That's what I did. I worked with kids. I worked with sports. That's what I did. So it wasn't unusual. Everybody knew me who knew me did that. In fact, or knew that I did that. In fact, a couple of them actually throughout the years, never 2 summers at a time, because nobody ever lasted more than 1 summer. But a few of the people who knew me, even music or movie industry or just friends, came and did it with me. I invited them along. Come, hey David, come join me this summer. We're gonna go do this. Okay, yeah, okay, I'll do it. Spike, that was amazing. I had nightmares about that one kid. I'm never going back. Okay, sorry, buddy. So I went and I disappeared for 2 weeks. I came back. They were pissed at me. Atlantic Records A&R guy, I don't think I ever saw him smile again. And I've bumped into him a couple of times throughout the years. Sorry, still getting over my cold. I don't think I ever, that guy John, I don't think I ever saw him smile. I mean, not a real smile again. And that guy loved me when I was getting signed because he was getting a chunk. My producer, I mean, we knew each other for years. So I mean, it took a while. We don't talk anymore, partly because of all this. But I mean, for a couple of years, we were still cool. We worked on, well, I'm skipping ahead, but we worked on more records later. But he was bummed out too. And I didn't think I did anything wrong. And maybe I did. Well, in hindsight, I definitely did. But my argument was when I got back was this is the person you signed. This guy who kicks beats, beatboxes, writes rhymes, kicks rhymes, also happens to volunteer with autistic kids. And back then, that was still like a new thing. Again, it wasn't called the spectrum back then. Autism was still sort of like, at least to people my age, my generation, my era, it was still like kind of like a weird thing. Ritalin, like, I mean, I know it's been around for decades before my time, but it was still a little bit unknown. And it was unusual for at least in the people I knew. And I came back after 2 weeks and I'm like, hey, this is the guy you signed though. This is me. Look at that. Hey, I'm good for business. No, you're not. They were pissed at me and they didn't need me. They didn't need me, in my opinion, or at least what they showed me for 2 or 3 days. They were doing the production, the producer process without me. They didn't need me. I'm just a little rapper guy. I'm just the artist. So without taking offense, I'm just like, okay, peace. I'm out. Truth, Sam. I'm out. And I thought that by me doing what I was doing was just reinstilling their belief in the artist they signed. But that's not what happened. I came back and they shelved me. I came back and they literally, the day I got back, the next day, I went to go meet them at Can-Am Studios and they go, no, Spike, we're out of here. Like they were packing up our gear. I was kicked out of Dre's studio. I couldn't believe that happened. Even back then, before before we knew how huge he would become after that. They packed up all the gear. Even the PlayStation, which I thought I was going to take the PlayStation, they fucking hid that shit. I didn't take that. I thought I was going to take that PlayStation home. They finished my last 4 songs in somebody's garage, which I know these days that happens all the time, home studios. You don't master tracks in a garage. That not back then. That's not what people did. But I remember going to visit my producer at that studio, and it was literally in somebody's garage. Like you had to like go through the door and you had to squeeze through boxes of things, and all of a sudden there's this one little cubby. I mean, it was cool if it was my place, but it was just like this cubbied hole in a garage full of garbage or stuff with this amazing computer and bright lights in this one little corner of the garage. And I went from champagne to seltzer water. I went from back in 2002, 2003, whatever year it was. That was the Probably the most important studio for any hip hop artist to be in was Can-Am Studios with Dr. Dre and all his dudes. I mean, his whole team. His whole team. And within a hiccup, I was in somebody's garage finishing my record. That's how quick they won't need you. I learned that lesson very quick. Did they still have the rights to my song? Yes. They still had all the power because of the contract. I mean, if I died, they still owned everything. In fact, most people in my real life know I couldn't use my name after that. I couldn't use not only my birth name, I couldn't use the artist name I was using as my artist name. I couldn't use it, that was me. I'm Spike. I wasn't allowed to use the things that defined me, the things that everyone knew me by. So when I pursued music after that, I couldn't even use my same likeness as far as who I was on paper or on a microphone. I had to change my name. Which some of you maybe not know the name that I had to change it to. I had to change my first and last name. That's why when people are trying to, well, whatever, I had to change everything about me. That's why I don't exist on the internet. Like, partly some of the reasons why people are questioning that, I don't exist online. I learned legally and safety wise many reasons why I don't exist as far as my names. I don't. Not any, never been any form of social media or anything that has used my name. I don't exist name wise. Voice wise, image wise, yes, I exist. Even for family safety, which brings me back to Virginia weirdo. When you're threatening to dox my family, you're threatening the safety of others. And in my family, most of the people that are still here are female. And when you make jokes and point little things, when it comes to like my sister and my niece, I take that seriously. So fuck you. I owe another $1 to the swear jar. Making statements like, watch out now, or see what happens next, or more to come, those are threats. Those are threats. I don't wish any harm on anybody on the internet. Anyone. Physically, not even the fucking monster in Virginia. None. Do I think that some corrections need to be done from what I've seen, what we've all seen, and what I've heard, and what we've all heard? Yes. I'm an advocate for, and you know what? I haven't done this publicly, but because it's being questioned on somebody's live stream and on their posts, I've backed up and advocated for women my entire life on and off YouTube. And on YouTube, I'm not asking anybody to come out, but there are a handful of women that know how the fuck much I have backed them up and supported them and helped them, reminded them how powerful they are when shit was going wrong. So to question me on that shit, fuck you. I've been backing up anybody. It doesn't matter, male, female, tall, short, whatever you are. I'm not here for violence. I'm not here for anger. I'm not. That's why people love me, because they know that. They vibe that. And if you don't vibe that, there's something wrong with your ticker. There's something wrong with your spirit. There's something wrong with your soul. There's something wrong with your vibe. If you're not vibing what I'm doing every day for the last 3.5 years, you guys have known me, then fuck off. Leave me alone. It's okay. Go away. Don't be so weird. Don't be so angry. Don't be angry because people love me. Don't be angry at people because they are adored. Really, don't do that. It's weird. And especially when you're a wannabe rapper or wannabe cop or whatever the fuck you guys are, that's weird. It's weird. I see it. When people do that on the internet, it's so visible. It's so obvious. When you guys are mad at people who are more successful than you, or better looking than you, or have more money than you, or a better burger than you, whatever it is, it's obvious. Your envy, your jealousy is fucking transparent, dude. It's weird. I got over that decades ago. I'm too old for that shit. I'm not fucking 20 years old. I'm not 14 years old. I'm not 24 years old. I'm not 34 years old. Once you hit the fours, shit's different. I'm not in that same race. I'm not battling you for the better burger. Well, I mean, maybe I am because I make great burgers. I'm not battling you like that, though. I want you to rock. Do what you do. Do what you do. It's all good. There's room. There's room for most of us. Maybe not all of us, but there's room. You can rock and you can be excellent and be awesome at what you do. And it doesn't have to affect me. It doesn't affect me. It really doesn't. And you know what? I can do that too. And it shouldn't affect you. But ever since I was a child, ever since I was a teenager, I know people like you. Unfortunately or weirdly, it's wannabe rappers, people who thought that they were dope, thought that they were rocking mics, thought that they were the shit. People who claim to be performing with NSYNC or Backstreet Boys or New Kids on the Block, whatever you were doing. Or people who think that they're fucking DJs and fucking rappers. Y'all are fucking wannabes. I know you. I know that you had a whack-ass little rap group in high school. I know you. And you were looking at me like, yo, that motherfucker looks sort of like me, but he rocks a microphone 10 times better than me. Wait a second. That's the same dude that was over there doing that? I wasn't even a rapper until I was like 15, 14. I grew up as an artist. Under Dad's wishes, I wasn't going to be in the music industry. Barbershop quartets were not cool, because that's what I grew up liking. I liked the doo-wop and the bebop. I grew up liking that shit. I grew up with the jukebox. I currently have over 10,000 45s. What, that weirdo Spike? Why doesn't he ever flex that shit? Because I'm not braggadocious. I'm not online to talk how cool I am or things I've done. I don't do that. I'm doing that today. Why? Because it seems like the shit that's been going on, you guys need my fucking resume. You guys need my fucking history. You need my autobiography. So here I am. I'm going to rock it to you. Motherfuckers are talking a lot of shit. And fuck y'all. I'm not on YouTube. I know that you think I'm here because I'm so amazing or because I have an amazing avatar. I know that you think I'm online, but I'm not. Oh, and like I was saying, and I skipped over this, I didn't know Homie had a new channel. I didn't know. I did. I guess maybe I'm looping a little bit. I didn't know that he was playing my songs. Didn't know. But the fact that you want me to strike channels is fucking weird. I watched, and now I'm repeating a little bit. This is chapter 4 here. I watched so many of your channels go down. Whether you're on the left side or the right side or the blue side or the red side, whatever side you're on, I watched your channels go down. We all watched it, and it was bullshit. It's bullshit. But now you're telling me I'm supposed to strike channels because they use my artwork, and that's fucked up. And by the way, I got struck. And if I say that to the wrong person, now they're going to start striking me. I got struck 2 weeks ago for cyberbullying. What? Nice little spiker? I'm not a cyberbully. Somebody struck me for cyberbullying, and I haven't even been online. Barely. I haven't live streamed. I haven't done any Spike radios. Not before that strike. I did a Spike radio like the day after I got that strike. Or not a day, it was like a week, whatever it was. I got a strike for cyberbullying. If I get another one within the next 90 days or something, my channel will go down. My channel has 700 videos right now that are public. Over 1,000 videos that are not public. I've been making videos way before I met any of you weirdos and you wonderful people. But one of y'all struck me for cyberbullying. And probably just because I hadn't been around. Dang, Spike hasn't been around. Let's strike his ass. I haven't been around. People who know me, people who adore me, haven't seen me for months or weeks. Again, I popped into Angels like a couple of times because in the last, ask Nova. I mean, I've hit people up like, yo, what happened to Doc? Where's these people? What happened to this channel? All in my algorithm or my homepage, none of y'all have been live. Nobody. Nobody. Nobody, whether you're in Vegas, whether you're in New Hampshire, New Hampshire, whatever. Where's Doc? Like Doc lost his page. That's weird. And there's new clip channels. Who the fuck are these people? I have no idea. Whatever. Shout out to clip channels. It's the only reason why I know y'all are still breathing. The only reason why I knew that there was even anything happening was because Clip U or something, some channel popped into my feed. I think it's Clip U. It's the only reason why I know somebody had gone live in the last month. I would even pop into Angels or other channels and be like, I haven't seen so and so since like August, or every time I hop into a chat, Spike, miss you, love you, because people don't see me. I'm not anywhere. I'm not anywhere, but people are talking shit about me, threatening me. I'm not anywhere. I hop into JetX Jeff. He's like the only channel that's still around, oddly enough. I hop into his channel, Shifty's channel. Again, like I said earlier, Nova's channel. Those are the only regular things that have been going on for me as far as YouTube goes. But while there are kids getting home from their holiday and they're coming home today, I just finished dinner. I told you. I get a screenshot sent to me. And then I talk to somebody else on the phone. And they're like, yo, this is going on. Did you know that? And these people are allegedly in the group of people on Discord that are coming after me, but they're not. That was a lie. It's a lie that guy was writing, trying to incite hate towards Spiker. It's a lie. I know it's a lie. He might have been shit-talking, but he's like the only one. And I know that. I can show you the screenshots. But trying to fake this fucking movement of anti-Spike shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm here. I'm working with a kid with Down syndrome right now. I don't have time to go back to YouTube and see what's going on. I don't want to click that link and see whatever you're sent. Well, it wasn't a link. It was a screenshot. But I don't have time for that. I'm doing something that's important in the world. I don't have time to go look at YouTube. But what happens after I feed the people that need to be fed and handle some issues that are happening? People want to tell me, explain to me what they got for Christmas. Oh, I got a Snoopy t-shirt. They want to tell me that they, whatever. I haven't been back to work for like 3 days. So then I go and I take a little break because I'm allowed to have a little break. I'm a one-man team over there. And I go outside and I light up a smoke. So smoke docs. And I look. Well, I look at my YouTube, I go on my phone. And I see that somebody had just gone live and they're not live anymore. And I think Vegas was live at the time or whatever. I said hello to some people. That's what I did. Am I part of a cult now? Am I part of some team now? Am I now agreeing to what this person is saying and not that person? Am I now some fucking cult member? No. I was taking a breather and saying hello to some people. That's it. Oh, he's a fence rider. Oh, he's riding the fences now. Oh, he's friends with everyone. No, I'm not. Angel, what up, buddy? I have opinions. And actually, if you ever want to have a conversation with me, I'll let a motherfucker know I got some opinions. I got opinions. Just because I'm not announcing them and telling everybody how I feel all the time about this situation and that situation doesn't mean I'm riding a fucking fence. And that's something I've been saying for years. Just because a motherfucker knows when to keep his mouth shut doesn't mean he's fucking riding fences. It doesn't mean that he's passively following along. I don't agree with a lot of things that happen on YouTube. A lot. I don't. Does that mean I hate you? No. Does that mean I agree with you? No, I don't. I don't agree. Does that mean that I have to have a problem now? And does that mean that I'm now your problem or you're my problem? No. Be you. Be you unless you're inciting violence or hate. Then I'm going to have a little bit more of an issue and I might say something. I might if I'm on a mic, if I'm on the panel. I'm not going to go hop on people's channels and get up on their panels just to tell the channel owners that they're doing shit the way I don't want them to do it. The fuck is that? And who does that? Nobody does that. You know who does that? The fucking weirdo in Virginia. And what happens? We all laugh. Everyone laughs when he does that. Yo, Jeff, you shouldn't do this. Jeff, you shouldn't do this. I'm here to, No, we all laugh at that shit. I ain't trying to do that shit. Do you. Be who you want to be. It's your internet. It's your World Wide Web. Rock your show. Am I going to listen? Maybe. Am I going to participate in the chat? Better chance than that. It's a better chance that I'm going to go say hello to people in chat than I am going to turn your volume up. And again, it's nothing against that. It's just that my ears have certain needs. I have needy ears. Now, Angel, who's been roller coastery controversial over the years. Sorry to put you on blast, but there are some people that love Angel and some people that don't really love, not Angel personally, but that kind of show. At first, back years ago, I wasn't really into like that type of clip narration stuff. I really wasn't. No, nothing personal. Angel's a great guy. I love him. But I wasn't really into like watching the clips. But I realized the less I'm on YouTube, the more that I want to see these clips. And I think I'm not alone. I think that what I'm saying, a lot of people agree with. The less we're on YouTube, the more that we depend on the clips. And I know that some people hate clippers, hate clip channels, even though Angel's not a clip channel, but he does have some great clips. But he goes over them for us. He describes them for us. And but when I was on YouTube every day, or, when I was on YouTube all the time, I didn't necessarily have to go over that. So I'm like, Angel, I've already seen this, or I watched this. I was there on that panel. I was there live, I mean, again, shout out to all the clip channels, but I didn't depend on it. But because I haven't been around almost at all in the last, actually, technically, I know it's been like 2 months, but I've gone live like 4 times since January. I'm barely on YouTube. And I know that people say that, but it's true. People who love me know that because they miss me. I'm barely on YouTube. I don't go live anymore. I can't. I mean, I'm live now because I have to address a couple of fuckeries. And I'm going to regret it if I'm up much longer. I'm just saying. But now when I go to Angels, I fucking love it. I mean, I've always, again, no, Angel, I've always been cool with Angel. But now I love the content, even though I can't really pay attention to it because of previously mentioned reasons. I depend on looking at like, oh shit, that happened. Oh shit, that happened. It's the only reason why I know all these strikes were happening was because Angel's channel. Because again, I didn't know about these new clipping channels. Basement Glory Hole hasn't been posting at all. The Crier's page hasn't texted or posted at all that I've noticed. What's the other one? The Pirate Citizen one? Nobody's posted, but now there's the Clip You and that other Always channel. The only reason why I knew anything was going on was because that Clip You popped up the other day and Angel streams. Because Angel's OG, been his homie a long time, so I get the notifications. They pop up. I know exactly what's happening. I didn't know. Again, like I said, I didn't know about Kane or Vegas or Doc or any of these channels. I didn't know that they all had new channels or whatever's going on. And I still don't really know most. And nobody that I know knew either, or at least sent me links because I'd asked. I didn't know. But some people want to be on their YouTube streets talking a lot of shit about me, that I'm in some cult. Again, I didn't know the homie was playing my music. But hey, thanks for playing my music. Again, it's not something that I wrote yesterday and that I've licensed and given you copyright, whatever. It's something that I did on a live stream 2022. And again, even whatever, thanks for playing my music, whatever. I've even said this back then. I'm not even proud of that. I would never share that music with people that I really know in the music world, in my music world. I would never be like, hey, check this out. Never, not in a million years. Even Raven, who I've known my entire life, who I've made music with, I've never been like, yo, check this out. And again, if you like whatever I did, that's great. Thank you. But for me and my repertoire of things, that's not something that I put at the top of my list. So for people to be talking about that song and that I'm a shitty artist or whatever you're saying, fuck you. Art is subjective. Go enjoy what you like. But while you do that, remember this one of the songs you played was my song, and you don't even know it. So fuck you. Should I shut up now? I don't even know what part of the story I'm in. I mean, the story can go on for another couple hours, I'm sure, but oh, so I get dropped on my label. That's where I was. So I get dropped on my label, my first record that was the most amazing thing that ever happened to me at that point in my life. I didn't tell you I got dropped yet. I get shelved, which basically means nothing. They own my music, and I'm not allowed to put it out there. In fact, one of the songs that I put on YouTube was from that album, which is why that one is important that people can't fuck with. If you try and steal that song, it's not even in my hands. Atlantic Records will come after you. Because, oh, well, actually, I don't think that's true anymore. I believe I had a 20-year hold on that contract. Oh, that was the thing, because the things like they own everything, even if I die, that was changed to they owned it for like 22 years or something. So technically, I think that song is now my ownership. That particular song I'm talking about, because that was from the first album. So I'm garaged. My music was put into the garage for mastering and finishing the recording process. And I spend the next 2 to 3 years with my head down, because now I'm a guy who raps, who makes music, but I don't have a name anymore. And the only name that I had, I'm not allowed to use legally. And as far as the name thing, that name hold was for 7 years. The music was for like 22 years or something silly like that. The name, I wasn't allowed to use my own name for 7 years. So for those first 2 or 3 years, I fucking was confused as fuck. I didn't know what to do. Then my pop passes away. So now I'm a daddy's boy who's confused as fuck. And my dad was my inspiration in the music world. Well, both my parents. My dad passes away. And I'm not allowed to use my name anymore. And he didn't even approve of hip hop, really. He thought hip hop was garbage compared to he loved music. And I wasn't even allowed to use my own dad's name, my father's name. I wasn't allowed to use it legally for 7 years. So I had to go through a name change legally. And I had to re-identify myself as an artist. So now I move on. My whole swagger is a little bit different. Now we have bands like, well, so in this history, besides like the Cypress Hill and the DJ Quick and the gangster shit, I did shows with De La Soul. I did shows with Wu-Tang Clan. I did shows with Souls of Mischief. I had meetings with KRS-One. I did shows with Mos Def, Bus Driver. Any if you're into hip hop, I was at the right places at the right times on the right microphones. Even actually back in my gangster years, even Tim Dog. I had a phone conversation with Tim Dog because he was fuck Compton, and I had already stopped working with Kurt Rock, the Compton rapper, and I was trying to find my identity because I was more of a lyricist, not a gangster rapper. So I had a meeting with Tim Dog on the telephone. He was talking about trying to open up a label in LA, like an indie label back then. I had a conversation with him. I was everywhere. I mean, I know my name is not out there. I'm not in bright light. Well, actually, I've been in bright lights a few times, but I was talking to all the right people. If you know who Chino XL is, I rapped with that dude on Kiss FM and Power 106 or Power 106 and Kiss FM multiple times. Our tracks were played back to back all the time because Chino XL had a delivery that was similar to mine. Little bit of a lyrical kind of flip. We were both fast MCs back then. I was at all the right places on all the right mics. So now I'm doing other shows. Alcoholics True. Now this is a different world. Oh, so what I was trying to say is, so the world of hip hop had changed a little bit. So now we had groups like Outkast. Outkast had already been around, but Outkast was now blown up. They were worldwide. So my swag was a little bit more like Outkast. As far as like my fur coats and shit I was sporting, I had to design a whole different identity. And I came out with another record. I was in Fast and Furious. Credit docs. Some of you already knew that. I was around a whole bunch of different group of people. This little weirdo from YouTube, the guy who's a shitty rapper who hangs out with those guys over on that channel, yeah, that guy. That guy in the little photo there, yeah, that guy. That guy. The guy wearing the black jacket with the fur collar that you're supposed to turn inside out, I learned. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that little YouTuber guy, the guy who you don't like, the guy who rides fences, which is the funniest thing when you say that shit to me. Just if you knew, you knew. So now I'm doing different types of performances. But what am I doing? I'm headlining. I'm headlining as this new creature that I am, the second coming of Spiker. I'm not allowed to use my name anymore, but this new character. Now I'm performing at the Whiskey A Go Go. I'm performing at the Roxy, performing at what used to be the Palladium. And I'm the headline, well, not the headliner, whatever that means. I'm basically the main act. I'm that guy. And some of those videos, actually, I think I took down most of them, but some of those videos are on YouTube of me performing with crowds fucking raging, hot chicks, dudes, fucking throwing their hands in the air without me saying, "Hey, put your hands in the air." People fucking rocked out because I rock shit. Because I rock shit. If there's one weirdo on YouTube that thinks I'm a shitty rapper, then go ahead. Do you. Be like who you like. Trying to get other people to agree with you to incite hatred towards somebody, what, fuck you. That's fucking whack ass weird shit. That's childish shit. Take that opinion elsewhere. Go do your own thing, dude. Get off the internet, dude. You don't you spurg out on the internet all the time. Both of you guys, and you know, if you're listening, you know who you are. You both spurg out differently on the internet all day long, all the fucking time. At the crack of dawn, you're on a panel. At the crack of dawn, you're typing into somebody's comment section and you're spurging out. You're being mean. You're angry. How can you be so angry with beautiful children, millions of dollars? How can you be so angry? I'm not angry, and I got lots of reasons to be angry. I'm not angry. But yeah. So I signed another deal. Now this guy that wears fur collars and funny hats rocks shows with hot chicks on stage. Whole different thing. Definitely not a Compton rapper. I'm more like the paler version of an Outcast or something. So now I sign with an indie label under Columbia, which is good. I wanted to be with Columbia originally or Capitol, but it wasn't a full deal, and it wasn't the deal like that young 20-year-old had or whatever. The young buck. It wasn't that kind of deal. It wasn't the Andy DeFranco deal. I took a lot of left turns when I should have taken right turns. 100%. But again, my least successful day in this industry is better than your most successful day. I got that. And I know that you've heard my music because you played it. But I know that even if you didn't play it, I know that 90% of you guys have heard my music on the radio. I know it. And it's okay. It's okay that I don't have the name in big lights. It's okay that I'm not that recognizable voice or recognizable face. It's okay. I'm still working. I'm still doing art. Am I rocking mics like I used to? No, not as much. Partly because I'm busy. I'm doing other shit. But I am still making art all the time. Music, art, both. And you are too. You meaning you people in my chat, a lot of you people on the internet, on the YouTube streets. I hate that term. You guys are doing you. And why do I know that? Because I vibe you, because I talk to you. I have conversations with people. Even if they're not very deep or very long winded, I have conversations enough to know that a lot of you people are fucking rocking and being awesome and doing things that are respectable, admirable, beautiful, delicious. And that's why I'm here. I enjoy that. Do I enjoy talking shit to the guy who sucks at Nintendo? No. Oh, but you hopped on panel when he was on panel, or when you guys were both on panel, you bumped heads. Yeah. Because I think that he's breaking the law. Because I think that he's abusing elderly people. Because I've watched him abuse verbally autistic little girls and boys. I have a problem with that. And I tried saying this on a panel with him before we got all ugly months ago. At the time, it was 38, but since then, I've taken 43 exams to be qualified to do what I do, whether it's to assist with a diagnosis or whether it's to evaluate or witness something that is wrong. This year, not in my lifetime, but this year, since January. And some of you guys know this. I've talked to you about it. You've even helped me with the answers to some of these quizzes I've taken. I've taken 43 certifications since February, actually. So I know what I'm talking about. Did I do that years ago with kids? No, it was different. It's a different world now. I know I'm working with adults now. But if you are abusing or neglecting, I'm privy. Do I think that you guys should be calling cops on each other? No, I think that's kind of weird. Do I think that some of you deserve wellness checks? Yeah, I do. A few of you. Am I going to be the one to do it? Probably not. I haven't witnessed enough. I don't know enough. I don't know enough about you people, the people I'm talking about. But some of you guys do. So I'm the person to talk to. If you feel something very wrong or dangerous is happening, if you don't hit up one of those 1-800 numbers, please hit me up. Because I will definitely look into it and see exactly what is or is not okay. And what I've seen, that weirdo monster dude, the very hairy guy with the weird shaped body and the weird patches of hair due to his elderly parents. I'm very much on that radar, especially after the threats he's made. 100%. Did I scare Nova away? I haven't been looking at my computer. I've been looking at this. I've been looking at this microphone. You know, if you want to make sure that people are learning how to be a man, make sure to talk like this and use words like alpha and beta and simp. J-Dub, have a wonderful day, sweetie. I think I got through the first 2/3 of the autobiography. That's probably enough. 2 hours of this babble. You know, Chooch. You know. Well, I don't know if you know, but you know what's up. Chooch is in the house. I'm planning. So this week I am cooking a recipe called Hoppin' Johns for the new year. But the first meal of my new year, well, not the first meal, but the first, I do meals that are like week-long processes. Sometimes, like for my special dishes. And it's not a burger. Oh, dang it. Should I privatize this stream if I talk too much shit? Why the fuck? Oh, place. Dang it. Oh well, I forgot what it was, but all I did was read the ingredients the other day. But I know that Cheech sent me a recipe that I'm going to be cooking in the first. So, like I was saying, I have dishes that are like obviously I cooked it in one day, but like the Hoppin' Johns I'm cooking right now, that's a 2 or 3 day recipe that I'm cooking. And Cheech sent me ingredients that I looked at, and I'm like, what the fuck? This looks good. So I'm gonna be making Chooch's recipe in week 1 of 2026. I was humming Fuji's subconsciously, subliminally. All right, well, I'm probably gonna. There's not really any reason for me to put this out there, but I will in case. In case, but no, I've babbled quite a bit. I just for a quick recap, there's a few people that are wondering why I've been going at the monster from Virginia so much, and it's because he's wishing death on me and wishing violence on my family, basically. Trying to dox me with ill will is dangerous for the person trying to do it. And he's going to learn that repercussion if he continues to do what he's doing. When he laughed at the 4-year-old who passed away, when he laughed at me dying from cancer, when he laughed at my dog, who everyone loved my fucking dog. My dog, Harley, was a rock star. And so, and when he's violently threatening to dox me or have me come meet his AK-45 or whatever it is, AR-15, whatever it is, that's a problem. And then when the guy that's online supporting him and laughing along and saying that the monster from Virginia will totally destroy me and laughing about it and trying to incite hatred towards me and saying that there's a group of people on Discord, which I know that there isn't. I know that he's lying because people on Discord have told me from that server that it's a farce. But when he's doing that, supporting Savron and wishing ill will on me, then we got two problems. So because I had some ladies and friends that hit me up today about it, I decided when I get home tonight, last night, 2 hours ago, I'm going to go live real quick and address it and remind motherfuckers that I'm a real one. I'm not some YouTuber from that channel or this channel or from some cult. And I didn't give anybody permissions, but I also didn't forbid anyone to use my music or my art. And if you're going to support my music and the things that I do in real life, then thank you. Whatever channel you're from. Simple. Yeah, I saw that same records jacket online at like Champ Sports or something. I think I typed that in the chat I was in yesterday or 2 days ago. I think it was Champ Sport or maybe it was Big Five, but I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah, the thing is, like, I know I'm not. Oh, that was weird when I saw the weirdo from Virginia try and compare himself to a saint, which is completely blasphemous for any practicing Catholic. You don't compare yourself to Jesus or saints. You don't do that. And also, oh, what I was trying to tell Gen X Jeff the other day, I worked for a Masonic temple, North Hollywood. Actually, I believe it's Lodge number 542, North Hollywood Masonic Temple. I worked for them for 7 years. Why did I work there? Am I Masonic? Am I a Mason? No. I was renting out their space to do an after school kids program. Actually, this is one of the things that I talked to Cheech about a long time ago. This is when I was tutoring kids after school for homework, and it wasn't just me. I had like 6 people on my staff, so we were working with like 50 kids. We needed a big space, so we ended up renting out the Masonic Temple for almost 7 years. Actually, in the actual temple for about 3 years, but working with them for about 7 years. So I got to know the keepers of the temple. I got to know them very well, and we had lots of conversations. And back then, I was in my 20s, and I was sort of poking at them like, hey, invite me to do the secret handshake and invite me to be a Freemason. Like I was doing that kind of thing. Obviously, I was never just going to be invited, but I got to know a lot of the people that were Freemasons. I got to know a lot about their stuff, and they told me lots of things about what they allow and don't allow. So I know that everything that the monster from Virginia keeps saying about being a Freemason is bullshit, especially if he's going to church every Sunday, even if it's just to get free turkeys. Thanks, Sam. That's nice. Real shit. I'm not a saint, but I am a good person, and I don't credit myself for being a good person. I've been around amazing people, and I have an amazing family. 100%. Well, 98%. I put that on them. I'm not patting myself on the back. I am a good human. I do good things, and I try to do right. Oh, sorry, Angel. I'm not used to this shit. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing all the way from Philadelphia. What up, brother?
Buenos dias. That's a hell of an introduction, brother.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, man. How you been, man?
Oh, I've been all right. Maybe a little hangry. No, I've been
Yeah,
good.
I got a message and somebody said, "Yo, go visit Spike. He's live. He's spurging out." So I'm a little confused. I mean, I don't. And if you don't want to talk about it, you don't want to talk about it. But it seems like somebody came at you. Don't usually go live and if it's about Mike, yeah, I can see that. But there's something happened, and I don't know if you want to talk about it. But and that's okay. You have my number. You can always talk to me offline. But listen, people are gonna talk, right? You know that you're old school, man. Yeah, a lot of people respect you. I say it on my live all the time, bro. Spike is one of those people that it's hard not to like him. You know what I mean? And he's loved by many. So, but there's always gonna be one or two that are not gonna like the way you move or what you say or whatever. You know what I mean? So I want to let it. I want to let it bother you, brother. It's part of the. It's part of the. You know what I mean? Of what we part. I mean, listen, we're part of a community that's always going to be an
Yeah,
opinion.
no, I'm not. I mean, I don't know. I was definitely energetic. I'm not worried or upset. Really, I'm more like addressing truths of the matter instead of letting the fake bullshit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, trying to get ahead of it. I get it.
No, well, yeah, I guess I don't think I'm ahead of it though because I haven't really been around to notice it.
Right. But
But yeah,
go ahead.
no, the guy who sucks in Nintendo has always been a fun one, but he's become very disgusting that I've seen, at least that I've seen.
For
So
sure. And one of the reasons I keep people always ask me why do I cover Mike is, and as much as I want to pivot and do other things, and I'm gonna pivot, there there is a there people want to see that people want to see me do react to Mikey. If people didn't want it, people want to come. You see what I'm saying? So um and I'm gonna give people what they want at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? And it comes down to that. You gotta give people what they want. You know what I mean? Um
yeah, I don't even think that you. Funny enough, um, I don't think that you actually do it with ill will. Like you're actually very fair to that creep. Like you'll even say things like, well, I think that he went to do this. Like you're fair. You're fair about what You're actually over time. You've gotten much better at what you're doing. You're
yeah,
being
thank
unbiased
you.
the way that you're analyzing things.
I report what he does basically, bro. I just report and add my own twist to it sometimes, but I don't lie about the things he does. There's no reason to add to it. It's already bad stuff. You know what I mean? Especially when he runs his mouth about people, when he wishes death upon people, and shit like that.
Yeah, no,
Um,
that's
a-
absolutely
and it's
ridiculous.
hard to cover. Some of it is I don't want to do it sometimes. You know what I mean? But I consult with a lot of good people that support me, and they say go. You know what I mean? Just go for it. You know what I mean? Try to do your best. But some of this shit is pretty nasty. I don't really want to even cover some of this stuff. Like yesterday was a hard day because what happened on Ham Bananas was pretty disgusting, but Spike. You know what I mean? And I had a hard time getting through
Wait,
that live stream.
let me actually respond to that real quick. But before I do that, I
Oh,
must
okay. What's
say,
up, Nova?
Hey,
Champagne Supernova, Nova, Nova. What's up, sweetie?
Good
can you
morning.
hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Just the last time I tried to get on a panel, I think it was yours, Angel.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you. Oh,
It
well, you
wouldn't
couldn't hear
work.
us.
Either I
Yeah.
couldn't hear you,
Oh,
or
lucky
it was,
Spike. Lucky Spike. You got to hear Noah. She tried it about 4 or 5 times, and she couldn't get it to work. But I'm glad you're here.
I'm down with the Samsung. Um, welcome Nova. Thank you for hanging out. Um, yeah, I rarely go live, and I definitely rarely ever have an open panel. So that's awesome. You guys are here. I wanted to say just real quick though, I don't know. Well, I should say I didn't know I don't watch Banana's channel anymore for quite a while.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what happened, but I was briefly before I went live. One of the things that somebody told me about was a very brief description of what had happened and how I feel about it.
What
And
happened?
well, I don't really know, but what I heard,
It listen, what
horrible.
happened was so insidious. I mean, and that's the only word I can actually find to describe what happened on that live stream. You know what I mean? HB has been given a second chance, not by the community, but after the whole uh the things he said to those kids, you know what I mean, about the squirting. I don't want to go into detail. Um, he's still around, and then this happens. You know what I mean? So I'm not one to who am I to say, well, let's stop supporting this person, that person. You know what I mean? People have to make up their own minds who they want to support. I for one will never ever even take a glance that way, because like I said, what happened on that live stream was pretty. I mean, that's the worst thing I've seen in a long time. You know what I mean? There's a kid with a mental, going through a mental thing, and somebody is antagonizing him to actually hurt himself, and not only hurt himself but hurt his parents. You know what I mean? I don't care if he was drunk. I don't care. I don't want excuses. I don't care if he was kidding, or it doesn't matter to me. It's not funny. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, um, it was a hard watch, and I didn't talk about it much on my panel. There was
I know
questions
that's
Okay.
asked.
not the content you want to do, but
Yeah,
would you be willing to do it if it was specifically for that? Wait,
yeah. I mean,
real
yeah.
quick. Ladies and gentlemen, known around the world. Choo choo choo.
The truthster.
Hey, Angel,
Thank
I
you.
listen. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
I got one. I got a second. I'm going to go jogging, but I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion. But anybody who watched that stream, if you think 111 was being honest and not trolling, then you
Hmm.
need to go watch it again, because the entire time he was doing his act, he was
Uh-huh.
reading off of multiple devices, had time to pause and smile, then make his little and slam on the table. I mean, listen, yes, the kid's got some issues, but this is a troll, and I'm not a Ham Banana fan at all. In fact,
Right.
I'm sick that I was gifted a membership. That's why
Right.
I turned my memberships off, because I was gifted a membership to his channel. But Ham Banana saw through it. Now, should he have said half the shit he said? Absolutely not. But this 111 bullshit's getting old, and I, I mean, look, he's a 21-year-old kid trying to fit in with a bunch of middle-aged adults who just are out on here for entertainment.
That's
It's
true.
just not it's not the place for him. If I was his age right now, I would be out chasing skirts and enjoying life. Instead, he's sitting at home trying to impress a bunch of people that have already lived half their life.
Word.
But no, but I get where you're coming from. But honestly, I saw through that bit before it started.
Well,
But
As
yeah,
someone,
yeah.
I also really trust Chooch when it comes to reading people's neurodivergence. So if he's seeing an act instead of spectral stuff, then I'm gonna believe
Oh,
that.
and
you know
listen,
what? And I can respect Chooch's opinion on that. And I can probably, just because he said that, I'll take a look at it again. But okay, and that's just triple one. But how about HB's behavior? You know what I mean? How about,
well, are you
you
shocked?
know what I
But
mean?
here's the thing: there's why are people shocked that Ham Banana's acting like this? Is what he's done since day one.
Yeah,
111 just gave him material to work with.
I
I
see.
don't think Ham Banana. No, I think Ham Banana could have kept it chill just in case he wasn't faking.
Right.
But
Right.
111, every time he and Banana did something, 111 just kept up in the ante. It's a
Yeah.
game, and here's what really got me sick to my stomach was they were trying to play that he was in a mental institute and playing a call on the stream at
Yeah.
2 in the morning Eastern time. What mental facility is allowing someone who just checked in to have a phone first off?
Yeah,
And,
I think you're
and
right
wait,
about that, Preach.
and secondly,
Yeah.
there's no such place that has lights out after midnight.
Well,
He
he
would
was
not
on
be given any
Discord.
kind of phone.
Yeah, he was on. Well, while I was live, somebody came into my chat and said, "Dude, it's bullshit." He was on Discord. How can he be in a mental? Like you said,
Exactly.
you're not allowed to have phone calls when you're 5150. So how is he in Discord? You know what I mean? So,
I
uh,
remember whoever
that's
said
right.
that. I remember reading that and also trusting that person. I forget who it was, but
Yeah, I
I
forgot
remember
who it
reading
was
it
too.
going,
Oh,
okay.
there was multiple people. In fact, I was in that chat, like saying like while that was happening, while the phone call was happening, I was saying that too, and multiple people, Honda Mommy and a couple other people, were agreeing and saying the same exact thing. And then last night, multiple people who were on the side of oh my God, poor 111, literally changed their opinion within 24 hours because they had time to sit down and think about it. This is a troll. I mean, why is 111's only call to Dr. Chaikin, not his parents?
That's a good point. That's just a good point. It really
I
is,
mean,
bro.
come on. And he shows up on panel last night, not even a 24-hour hold. Bullshit.
If they're running game, man, that's a fucked up thing to play with. You
Well,
know what I
I
mean?
taught Angel. I taught and Spike has done the same as me. I taught kids for almost 20 years with conditions like this, and to
Yeah,
see if he is on the spectrum, this is disgusting. He's being used the way he is to begin with.
yeah, I agree. I agree.
You don't use a special needs kid as content, but that's what I'm saying. I've had to let myself drop my teacher guard and read into the because at first, Angel, you were on that panel. I offered to talk to 111 behind the scenes because I felt
Mhm.
bad for him. So I really thought something was wrong. But then
Right.
as I'm telling him this, he's reading a fucking script and playing all of us.
That's really fucked up, man. I didn't catch that.
Well,
Obviously,
Angel,
yeah,
the only reason I even caught it was because I caught him do it before. There were
yeah,
multiple times where he was looking to the left, to the right, up above. He was literally wording what he was going to say next while Hey Banana was talking. It
yeah,
was just too many obvious scenes. But
yeah.
like, listen, if I'm wrong, I'll be the first to admit to it. But
And by
I
and by the way, I think this is you and Spike are in no glaze here, but you guys work with kids, man, and that needs to be commended. So I don't
well,
know a lot of
someone's
people
got.
a lot of people in this community. I don't know a lot of people in this community that actually work with kids, coach kids, and stuff like that. So
Well,
that's
it's
God's
honestly
work, bro.
I'm not a rich man. That's why I'm a degenerate gambler because if you're going to go into teaching and what me and Spike do, don't
Hmm.
expect to get a paycheck.
Absolutely, you
Well,
don't
I
do it for the
learned
money.
that.
And it's not for
Yeah,
the paycheck anyways, or I wouldn't have lasted for over 15
absolutely,
years.
absolutely, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I was supposed to make a mill doing the music while I was working with kids on the
Well,
side.
Spike, I'm gonna have to restart this stream, but I had a feeling this is where you were going with all this. It's getting to the point now where you can't even go into a chat without that piece of work coming at you.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And I very rarely use a mod wrench, by the way. I know some people think that you're
I've
a
never,
mod.
Spike. That's the first time I've ever seen you time someone out in 4 years.
Well,
And
I
I'm
didn't even
making,
time it out. I just deleted a message because
that's
his
what I
doctor.
mean. Yeah. But what's funny is I'm saying 4 years because I don't know how many years I've been here, but 4 years seems the go-to number for everyone that's been on YouTube.
It's funny because I'm actually even proud of you and you're using your wrench and doing shit. I'm like, whoa, if Chooch is doing it, it must have been bad. You know?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't buy that shit. Like I still took offense. I'm still offended for you for the cold cancer comment being.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't buy. That's the one subject I don't play with.
And the people that know me, when I started covering Mike, it was for personal reasons. That turned
Well, no,
into
Angel, I said it. I said it in
yeah,
chat. You at least put some humor and your spin on it. It's not just
yeah,
you. It's like you playing Mike stream, like restreaming Mike and just like barely talking. You actually put humor to it. At least you can keep the crowd entertained.
Yeah,
exactly.
like I agree. Like for your own health, Angel. Like at first you were coming at him because you had a personal reason to, and I remember
Right.
those days. But
Yeah.
now
See,
you do it to bring awareness and you bring a little humor to it, and I think even that's why it's more lighthearted for him. I don't think he's so mad.
because doing those live streams in the beginning, like I said, it was personal reasons. I was always angry, and it was almost like therapy to me. I'm not even angry at the dude anymore. You know what I mean? Now it's more for entertainment purposes. To be honest, you know what I mean? Because and people like the way I either they would like the way I cover them, or they're in tune with the channel's vibe. You know what I mean? So either way, I enjoy people enjoying the content. You know what I mean?
And
Um,
also, you're giving a third voice to it. Like you're playing somebody else's clip sometimes, and sometimes those clips are dark, but you can put a funny spin on it.
yeah, well, yeah, exactly. There's a lot of clip channels. Shout out to the clip channels, man.
Absolutely. I'm glad they're here because I can't watch these 9 hour streams. I got a life.
I get
But
it.
hey,
Yeah,
listen, I wanted to hop on here just to mention that I like listen. If I'm wrong, I'll be the first one. But there's more to the 111 than he's. I mean, yes, he's clearly got some issues because that's why he's here. But don't we all? But
yeah,
anyways, I'm gonna go for my jog. I just want to come up and say that, and I hope Nova, Angel, Spike, you have an awesome day.
yeah.
You
You
Yeah, rock
too,
too.
your day,
brother.
brother.
And thank you for yeah, it's pointing that out, bro. I
Well,
appreciate
I
that, man.
honestly, but I agree with you. Ham Banana didn't have to say half the stuff he did because you might catch him on a bad day, and he does act on what Ham Banana says because
Yeah,
we're all human in the end.
I'll say
All
though,
right,
real quick.
guys.
I mean, if you want to bounce real quick, but real quick, I know that of the ham banana that I remember,
Yeah.
he's very good at actually doing something like on the right, like in a right way. But something happens when he gets too many sips in, and he gets really dark and
Yeah,
really
because
angry.
if you watch it from the start to the finish, he's literally supporting the kid, like trying to give him pointers. He generally acted like he cared until the whole screaming and yelling. And let's be fair, he admitted to slapping his mom on panel. So of course, at that point, he's fair game to be trolled. I mean,
right.
he should have kept all that stuff to himself. His mom
Yeah,
admitted to being hit by him. So at that point, Ham Banana was like, because Ham Banana even said you shouldn't be touching your parents regardless if
right.
they hit you first. You know how many
He did
times my
say
dad
that.
spanked? If my
He
dad,
did say that.
if my dad hit me, if I hit my dad back every time I got spanked as a kid, oh my god! Come on. Now, I grew, Spike, you know, Angel, you know, we grew up in the old school. A belt was just part of the.
Oh shit,
All they
man.
had
We
to
would
do
have
was
been.
all my parents had to do was snap that belt, and I wised
Yeah,
up.
we got wrecked. We got wrecked when we were
I
young.
mean,
Yeah,
my parents would be considered abusers in this society,
yeah.
Look,
and they never abused me.
I
No.
got one whack. I never forgot it, and I never fucked up again. I'll tell you the
Exactly.
truth.
That's all it took. That was the one time it happened because I got hit with the belt once, and that was it. All I had to hear was the cracking noise, and I shut up.
Yeah,
That's what made the spiky all know and love is that one whack. I'm like, yep, all right,
There
I'm
we
doing
go.
good now.
yeah,
But
yeah.
hey, you guys have a great day. I'm glad I came up.
Rock your
All
day,
right,
brother.
dude.
Thank
You
you.
take care, brother.
All right, guys. Later.
Bye, Jude.
Bye, Nova.
I think to be honest, I was over it when he suggested that he beat up his parents. Oh no, a K word his parents. Listen. I don't know if the listen. I trust and believe Chooch. You know what I mean? Maybe I didn't catch something that other people caught. You know, maybe it was scripted. I don't know. But to the people that are watching, they don't know that. You know what I mean? We're watching somebody losing their mind, and somebody antagonize him and telling him to do certain things that that
When did all this happen?
Uh, day before yesterday. Yeah. Hmm.
Because last time I was on YouTube was Spike's stream, his last one.
Yeah.
So I've no idea what's
Yeah.
happened with 111
And
or
it's really hard to put into. And while I don't want to promote too much, but if you're interested, I think it's still up. I think it's membership. The only thing is, it's members only right now. But I did review it on my live stream yesterday. I mean, and
Oh, you
I
did?
mean, yeah. But well, no, I did. I talked about it. I did not review the actual video. I didn't want to touch that. Hell no, I wasn't gonna touch that shit. But I did talk about it. But the video's still up. It's members only though.
Yeah, I'm
so
not
he
even.
didn't he
If
didn't
if you can stomach it, I mean, go ahead. I mean, like I said, I don't want to promote it, but if you really want to know, you will have to actually watch it. Um, he went to a manic state. It seemed to me he was banging. You know how he does. He bangs on the table. He
Yeah.
screams. And Ham Banana was, while he did say a couple times, well, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. I don't know. I don't know. You have to watch it and make up your mind. I don't want to. I don't want to add my. I don't want you guys to take my opinion, and you know what I mean. I want you guys to have your own opinion and come with
I can
your own
already
conclusion.
guess that face that Banana gets when he had that one too many sips. He gets that really ugly scowl.
Yeah, I mean,
Nothing personal about his looks, but he just gets that
it,
one.
it was something insidious about the whole thing. It got really. I don't want to even say dark because always people always use the word dark when it comes to Banana, but it was insidious. It was really evil to tell somebody that's seems to be losing their mind. And now I'm thinking about what you said. It could have been scripted. Um, to cable your parents and the mother's screaming in the background. The kid is saying, "Yes, I hit my mom before."
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, the mom is scared. She's screaming. She's losing her mind. It was really, really, it's a
I heard she
horrible
called him.
scene.
Somebody
Yeah.
said that she called him her little fat boy.
I'm not sure. That could have happened, but a lot went on. A lot went on. I could say that, but um, I
I
hope
don't think
I hope
I
things
don't
like that
actually think I will
don't
watch
happen.
it.
There's a lot of things going on in this community that, all right, yeah, there's a lot of trolling, a lot of people saying but that's not trolling. That's something else. I don't know what to call that, but that's almost like going real life. You know what I mean? Watching somebody uh uh lose their mind and people actually get hurt for real, and that's no joke. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
um
that's another word that I don't like anymore from YouTube is trolling. Like
yeah,
I used to do things back on my snack channel days where I would troll, which is basically just talking shit to like other people who are in the same field as you. Like I
right,
used to do that shit, but what people call trolling on this part of the YouTube universe is weird. And especially in the last like year or two, this is not even trolling, it's just straight up lying.
right, right.
So
I mean, one thing they're good trolls and bad trolls. I seem to be blessed with people that come into my chat are always trolling, but in a good way. You know what I mean? They're not evil, malicious people, and it's all fun and games and just jokes. You know what I mean? But I know the difference. Trust and believe me, I know the difference between a because I've been obviously we all get it, Spike. We all get some of that evil trolling, but my technique is to ignore it to oblivion. I just don't shine light on it. You know what I mean? Um, I don't. If anything, I've learned is not to shine light on people that I don't like. If I don't fuck with somebody, why should I be talking about them 24/7? That's my take. You know what I mean? Um,
exactly. Like I mean, I get it if it happens, if it slips, but if you focus on things that you hate, your poor heart. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do things that I like on YouTube. You know what I mean, and talk about things that I like to. If somebody's not doesn't like me or whatever, why should I be going through wars? I went through my wars already, and I wanna and I'm monetized now, so I've achieved something I thought I would never achieve. So you know what I mean. It's not about the war no more. You know what I mean. It's just about having some fun now.
Congratulations
I
on
keep
being
skipping
monetized.
There's a evil soccer account right there. Look at him, Angel Mass Male Ass Eater, dude. You're not that. That's not too. That's so silly, bro.
Oh, Chooch, I cried in the third episode. I cried like a baby. You can probably guess which bit I cried on. But yeah, I can't wait for Thursday morning, 1 a.m.
I haven't watched Stranger Things since season one.
Dude, you need to watch it.
Fine, dude.
Seriously.
I might binge it.
Oh, you talking about Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Didn't that have a controversial ending that the that the evil or the character turned out to be gay, and that's the way they took it out, or something like that. I heard something yesterday on YouTube.
No, somebody did come out. That was the bit I was crying because it was so emotional. But yeah,
Yeah, something along those lines. I don't really watch it. I think my wife and one of my older kids watch it, but yeah, I see some type of controversy to the ending of that or something.
I just remember that one girl in the pool having some weird diet. I think that was like the last episode of season 1.
11.
Season 11. What? 11 what? Oh no, not that girl. The other girl, like the redhead or something.
Hey, Spike, that's not me, by the way, in chat. You see that?
Oh, I didn't.
They're using my avatar though. It's cool. I have it blocked. I can only see it from StreamYard.
Do you want? I don't have any mods. Do you want me to do something?
Yeah, just take it the hell out, bro. It's an insidious motherfucker that keeps following me around. But
How do I?
I don't care. It don't matter. It don't matter. You can leave him. I don't. It doesn't matter. I
Can
don't
I
care.
do it on StreamYard?
Yeah, I guess you can.
Oh, I think I did something. I'm not a streamer, dude. I'm not doing shit. StreamYard is actually all crazy these days. It's all weird.
It is, isn't it?
It's all squished up.
I know when I went live the other week, it had all changed. But then again, it had been a year since I'd actually done a live. But it was different.
Oh, yeah, okay, good. He can. See, you stick your head out, brother. I got you. Now I got you, you dumbass. You still got it. You got shit, nigga. You're dumb.
Wait, are you talking about that account again?
No, it's cool. I got it. No, I just wanted him to stick his head out. I got it now. I couldn't find him earlier, but now I know where he at. It's cool. But anyway, like I was saying, bro, listen, I wish you guys, Spike, you've been around this community for the longest, bro. People, like I said, bro, don't let, especially, I'm hoping it's not so much Mike. Mike is going to say the most horrendous stuff for attention. But, you know, he's not going anywhere. He has no life. And think about the things you do to help people, and think about what Mike does. You know what I mean? There's no comparison there, bro. So you keep your head up, bro.
Yeah, I went live for therapeutic reasons probably for like 5 minutes earlier tonight when I first got word of the whoever was trying to incite a gang of people to come hate Spike and tell me I had to strike channels now. I went live real quick just to shit happens.
It seems like I'm missing something, but
Hey.
we'll talk about it later. I think there's something else bothering you, but you don't have to talk about it other than Mike. But no worries, brother. Like I said, man, let me go start my morning, man. But God bless her, you guys. Listen, Happy New Year's to everybody, man.
You too.
You guys take care. Spike, you still have my number, bro, if you want to ever talk. Shit happens. What's going on, sweetie?
Hi, Happy New Year.
We need some of your laughter.
Well, I missed it. I stepped away from it and I came back and saw this panel and I had to just pop up and say hello.
Yeah. Well,
and now you're leaving. Get the fuck out of here.
You came to the right channel. You got Nova, you got Spike. I'm leaving, so you can subtract me, but you're in the right place. But let me get out of here. You guys got
Angel, look back there real quick.
Yes, I saw it. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay. It's okay. Thank you. Now it makes kind of sense now, but no worries, brother. Well, you can still call me. You still have my number. You can still call me if anything.
Yeah, I think.
All right, guys.
I think Chooch is talking shit. Just kidding. Just kidding, Chooch. Love you.
You guys take care, man. All right.
All right, brother.
All right. Bye-bye.
Shift Happens is in the house.
Hi. Hi, Nova.
Hey, Shifty.
I only have a minute, but I just want to say I learned a lot about your journey, Spike. It was really interesting. I think you have a lot to be proud of. And it makes sense why so many people dig you, you know? So,
Yeah.
kudos.
I did a lot of autobiography.
2/3 of whatever. Yep, you sure did. But it was an honor to listen, you know, so props to you.
Yeah, I don't, as much as both of you girls know me pretty well, I don't really talk about a lot of my accolades.
No, we just get your bullshit snack troll nonsense. But we can call you out on that a different day.
Oh my gosh, they got this box of C's candy today. Let me tell you about every piece
You know
of chocolate.
what? Let me tell you something real important.
Uh oh. Man, I knew that was going to happen.
Oh, what did you do, Spike?
I didn't do it. She Irish goodbye'd me. For fuck's sake.
I think I'm planning a live near the end of the week to do a candy tasting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you have your crackle?
No, I haven't opened them yet. Did you kick Shifty?
No, she Irish goodbye'd us. She did what I usually do. Like, oh, I have something important to tell you, and then you disappear.
I enjoyed this stream, Spike.
What? Wait, she's saying I kick. You liar! You're a liar, you little fishy. I'm fucking Scottish. Sorry,
You
what did
actually did just sound Irish.
I've been working on my Scottish Irish. No, I want you to do. Well, are you gonna? Didn't you say you're gonna do your New Year's stream or no? Or is
No,
that
I
different?
think Missy and Boo are going live on New Year's Eve.
Nice.
But I'm out. But he said that depending on what time they're having their live, because they've invited me up on panel, that if I'm back in time and they're live, I will hopefully join them. But no, I'm planning on doing mine at the end of the week, I think.
Well, I hope that it's at a time where I'm not working
Yeah.
because I definitely want to be part of your snack troll.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna happen though. I know. Well, first of all, you're Nova, so you're gonna be very like appreciative and say you loved it. But I know that inside you're gonna be sort of like these American chocolates suck ass.
Well, I've not opened them, but I have like checked the bag, and I'm actually really upset that there's the candy that I really, really, really want to taste isn't in it. I mean, there's Laffy Taffys and stuff, but chocolate wise, I think there's only like Hershey and a few others. But I wanted to try
Wait, okay. So what did you want to try?
like the Milky Way. I
Dark
wanted to
or regular?
regular, I think.
I love Milky Way because basically when you're an American, you're gonna like one of three. It's either Milky Way, it's gonna be Snickers, or it's gonna be Three Musketeers. Those are the
See, I
three
wanted to
candy bars.
try Three Musketeers as well, and there's none of them. So what I did on Boxing Day, I put an order in specifically for the candy that I wanted to taste. So I've got like a nut butter, Milky Way original. Well, like just like the plain one, really.
So I'm Team
Um,
Milky Way. I love the Milky Ways.
Musketeer bar. What else did I order? I ordered some M&M popcorn.
What the heck is that? That's not American. That's weird.
It is
Okay.
American. and Twix. 'Cause
Whoa.
they do
Okay,
Twix,
Twix, 100%. I'm down with a Twix.
M&M's, Snickers, and I ordered some of these fudge things that in like a yellow bag. They're like a cookie, but it's got fudge on. I can't remember who makes them now, but they're in like a yellow bag. I
Okay,
ordered
but
some of them.
if there's one, I'm not going to send it, but you have to have at least 3 candy bars that if you can't find them and you really want to try them, tell me and then I'll send them to you and you'll get them before you go live. Like
I
what's
did.
today?
I did. They're on. I mean, I don't suppose you could order them there, but they're on a site called American Fizz, and they
Well,
do all of the flavors. And I tell you what, I did order, but technically it's not American. At least I'm not sure. But because I love bananas, there's a Coke flavored banana flavor.
oh man, now you're getting weird on me.
Just, I think it's Japanese. It's banana flavored Coke, like Coca-Cola, like proper Coke.
What about American candy? That's what I'm talking about.
All
If
right.
there's a candy bar or two, then just let me know. Hit me up because I want you to be able to. Like, if you really wanted Laffy Taffy and you didn't get Laffy Taffy, I'm like, you need to get Laffy Taffy, and I'd send you
I
Laffy
know
Taffy.
I've got Laffy Taffy. Well, I think it's Laffy Taffy, although my daughter said that it's not, but it
What?
looks like it. Because I
Now
haven't
you're
opened it yet.
now you're doing fake taffy valor.
I'll open it later and I'll let you know. But I'm trying to think of what else I ordered.
What about Airheads?
I've got them in that bag. I've seen them.
Shifty, what candy bar does she need to try?
See, Shift agrees, banana and Coke.
She said she had a bite of banana Laffy Taffy. Oh, having a bite of a banana? I've tried that. In fact, there's a whole viral thing that you can't finish a bottle of Sprite if you've eaten banana. Whatchamacallit, those are good.
What are they? Oh, and I ordered Milk Duds as well.
Controversial.
Why?
A lot of people think that they're not real good. Have you ever had a Junior Mint?
No. But
Okay.
I've noticed that your Smarties aren't like ours. Our Smarties are like, they look like M&Ms. They're in a tube. But your Smarties are like what we call refreshers over here. You'll have to Google it and see what I'm talking about. But your Smart is different as well, but I haven't ordered any of them.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen these. Our Smarties are like, I think, like a chalky fruit flavor candy, no? Oh wait, maybe I don't know.
They look like a fizzy sweetie.
Oh, that's another question. Have you ever had Pop Rocks?
Yeah, we have them over here. Have you ever filled your mouth with them and then had a drink of a Pepsi?
Of course. Smarties. Oh yeah, Smarties are good. What about Zots? That's a little more old school.
No, but I did see them. Hold on a sec.
Oh, those Zero bars are really good.
Right, I can see apple Laffy Taffy, strawberry. There's Mr. Good Bar, whatever that is.
That's like a Hershey bar with peanuts.
All right. There's crack. High,
Crackle.
Yeah. There's high chews.
Those are like less impressive Laffy Tappies.
All right, okay.
Sorry, I'm spoiling alerting. Sorry.
I think that's Cowtail.
Oh, those are good. Old school.
I'm trying to see what else is in it.
What about Reese's Peanut Butter Cup?
You know I don't like Reese's.
Oh, I forgot. Is it because you don't like peanut butter?
Yeah, I don't like peanut butter and candy.
Oh my gosh, I'm out of here.
Oh
Wait, you don't like peanut butter or peanut butter with candy?
no, I love peanut butter.
Oh, okay, you're good.
I just don't like it in candy.
You just saved your ass. Right.
There's
Would you
nothing
like?
better than the peanut butter on warm, hot buttered toast.
Shit show. What up, AC? Hope you're good, bro.
Hey, AC.
Um,
Oh, I've got lemon airheads. That's what that is. I couldn't figure out what it was.
lemon airheads or lemon heads?
Lemon. Hang on, I'm trying to move my feet. Isn't it? Lemon heads.
Sour.
No, I don't do sour.
Oh, lemon heads are exactly that. They're lemon sour drops. I was a bigger fan of what they called Cherry Clan when I was a kid. It was basically a cherry version of a lemon drop or a lemon head.
And that's all I can see right now.
You
But yeah,
definitely
I'm
need more
good.
chocolate.
See, that's why I did another order.
All right, so I'm gonna talk to Fish. I'm gonna do a little bit of research. I'm gonna look at chocolate candy bars that you might need to try. Like Fish said Zero Bar, which I agree it is one of the better candy bars, but it's not the quintessence of American candy bars.
Yeah.
Which I like. What about Butterfinger? Oh, you don't like peanut butter candy.
Yeah, but I ordered a little one.
A little snacks, a little kid size Halloween version.
No, it's like a little bag, like unwrapped, like miniature one.
Oh, okay. I like
Because if
those.
I don't eat them, I know they will get eaten in here.
I like those actually better because they're bite sized, so you don't have to break your teeth biting into it. And the chocolate to peanut butter ratio is better on those. You want to talk snacks? You've come to the right place. Snack this.
So that's right. So that's my plan this weekend. Is
Oh,
trying all those
okay.
things.
So I got the weekend is in 5 days. How many days does it take to get something to the UK?
2 weeks.
Ah, for fuck's sake! I'm fucking Scottish. All right. Well, maybe you can. Maybe I'll send you Valentine's candies. Ouch.
You send my Lord of the Rings t-shirt as well.
Oh, I went to Spencer's Gifts during the holiday season. There are so many T-shirts that you'd want. I was gonna send you a photo, and then I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna take like 14 photos. It's way too much. Oh, but the Lord of the Rings Labubu doll things. Oh, those were Harry Potter's.
Yeah, they were Harry Potter.
I can't believe I went into a Labubu store. Who am I?
Did you buy anything?
I bought one Labubu for my niece.
Oh,
$50 for one Labubu doll.
not Harry Potter though.
No, she would no. Because she wanted a little fuzzy one. The little Harry Potters were just like figurines. She wanted a little fuzzy one to hang on her purse or something.
And it cost $50.
Yeah, and she don't even know what color it is. It was all that was the biggest rip. I mean, I don't mind not knowing the color, But the last color that she wanted was the one she got. A yellow one. She was like, yellow. She looked at me like she just ate black licorice. She like looked at me like pouty of face, like yellow. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it could have been green, could have been blue, could have been pink, could have been beige, could have been purple, any of the colors, but yellow was like her worst nightmare. And that's when she got all weird, like, it sucks that I can't even choose the color. And I'm like, that's the whole point. But in all the videos I see, it's always like some girl opening up the best color, the mystery color. Never saw a yellow one.
Did your sister like her boots?
She loved them.
Did she?
Oh, I didn't send you the pic of them, huh?
No.
In fact, even when I left her place on Christmas night, I said, sis, there's a gift receipt in the box if you want. And she's like, I was wearing the boots all day. I'm like, you were? I didn't even notice. So she rocked them after opening them and wore them all day and didn't even notice. What up, Pat?
Hey, Pat.
But yeah, they were like 18 like eye holes or whatever. What do you call those laces? All the way up past her shin, and they were like combat kick-ass boots. I'm like, dang, my sister's so rock and roll.
They sound awesome.
Yeah, I immediately thought like my girlfriends will approve of this, especially Nova.
Right. You need to sleep. Thank you for an interesting stream.
Yeah, you were
Don't
here for
stop-
most of it. Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Don't stop being you.
Thank you. I love you.
them.
Thanks for hanging out.
Book them. If they can't get you to join them, they try to turn everybody against you.
Yeah, I've
That's the
noticed
right
that.
thing.
And like I said, I've seen that before in real life where it doesn't work, but it's just weird when people do that shit.
Yeah.
But I'll bear hug them. I'll let them know it's all good. Just keep to yourself. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Okie dokie. I'm gonna hop down.
Have a wonderful day. It's currently 1:24 p.m. in Novaland.
It is. I intend to do nothing all day. So I'm just gonna chill.
We'll have a wonderful day of nothingness, and I'll hit you up later. Oh, I sent you a message if you didn't. I'm sure you saw, but
yeah. Okay, okay. I love you, and I'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
I needed her to stay up for 1 second so I can use her as a banner. I don't even know how to do the banner thing. I just wanted you to stay around to be my banner. Shout out to Kiwi. I love you, brother. Hope you're rocking in paradise. And Coke Dog, what up, brother? Late arrivals, Coke Dog, Pat S. Thank you for being here. Yes, this is quite of a auto-spikographical stream. Just needed to correct some farces going out there, and if you well, pretty much everybody who's popped in today has been somebody who I consider a friend. Friends do exist on the cyber galaxy, so I appreciate y'all. Yes, no there wasn't music. There was no music, and that was what I was trying to do just now, was have an outro song. At the very beginning of my stream, I had an intro song all queued up, but because it's not downloaded onto my StreamYard, I wasn't really prepared to play it without at least a screen protection of some sort. So yeah, no music. Thank you for tuning in to Spike Talk Radio. Currently 5:26 a.m. on the West Coast, 8:26 a.m. on the East Coast, and 1:26 in Nova Land in Paulville. Coconut milk, chicken, fresh coriander, tikka paste, and garlic. And what is that? What is that recipe? That's funny. I just had a really interesting Thai soup yesterday with coconut milk, chicken, and lemongrass and mushrooms, and probably some other spices and pastes put in there. Oh, is that a red curry paste? Is that a red curry recipe, docs? Oh no, but what I was gonna say is that, I don't know if it matters. My brain isn't working. But on New Year's, I work 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. So don't do your stream on New Year's Eve. But you already said you're not. But Sugar and Spice are, so shout out to them. I hope I catch them. I won't be drinking or singing karaoke or doing any weird dances like I normally do on a New Year's Eve holiday. Today I'm not working until later in the day, so I'll be okay. I'll get some good sleep. But today I was thinking of doing Thai food. I wasn't lying. See, I told you guys, as soon as I wake up, it's like, what meal am I going to have to start my day? And then the rest of the day is freestyle. But I'm pretty sure that I will have a cheeseburger, and I'm going to put French fries on my cheeseburger with ketchup and mayo, no mustard, no pickles. Or maybe barbecue sauce and mayo. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to wing it. And I will have a Coke Zero. That sounds delicious. Wow, and I got through 3 hours of streaming with really no beverage. I had about 4 ounces of a Monster. What else should I babble about? My breakfast, my brunch. Oh, and then for dinner, I'll probably do bean and cheese burrito. Oh, so while Paul's here, I don't know if you're familiar with a recipe called Hoppin' John's, but I am making Hoppin' John's. It's going to be available on New Year's Eve for the local people. I'm going to hit some up, and I'm making a huge vat of it. Hoppin' John's is a southern recipe. Black-eyed peas, collard greens, and/or spinach with ham hock. So I've already started the process of boiling the ham hock for about 8 hours. So there's a lot of ham on that hock. I'll post pictures. Maybe I'll do that. But I'm getting all the marrow out of them ham hocks. And then I'm going to add in the black-eyed peas, cook those for half a day. Lastly, I'll add the collard greens. And it's a southern dish that people traditionally eat on New Year's for good fortune, good health, prosperity. Oh, this is something that you might, as long as you like those ingredients, you might be down. One of these days I'll have to send a dish to the UK, but this is something you'll be proud of. And I didn't, well, I kind of filmed a little bit of it, but filming a ham hock disintegrating in water is not um, necessarily eye candy. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's really good. It's delicious. My mom used to make it when I was a youngster. My sisters make it. This year I'm making it. So we'll see what happens. And I'm going to feed an army. Hey, that's a Paul joke. He used to cook for the army. But he wasn't in the army. I know the story very well. And he didn't like using the eggs because it made him, bleh. He's not an egg kind of guy. But he doesn't mind an omelet. And he doesn't mind egg in his fried rice. Dang, Paul, it's like we're brothers. I totally know your shtick. But yes, no, I'm gonna be feeding like 25 to 30 of the people I work with, and some of their parents. I've already told them, and I'm going to be sending to my family. Sending meaning I'll hand deliver it, but gotta eat it on New Year's. It's the good luck. And one of the ladies was like, "Oh, that reminds me of what we do in Mexican traditions," and she told me about some dish that she does. So she's going to bring me her Mexican dish. We're going to do a swap. We're going to do a plate swap. Yep, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. How do I get out of this chicken shit outfit? Is there anything else I need to address? Shifty? In Scotland, everyone's gran would have a broth recipe. Yeah, see, in LA, that's not true, but I'm trying to learn broth recipes. Like, I know bone broth is one of the healthier things a mofo can snack on. Oh, thank you. You're a gem. If you all aren't subscribed to each other, I hope you are sooner than later. I'm sorry I don't have any wrenches for anyone.
Only one step ahead of heartbreak, one step ahead of misery. One step is all I want to be the same old who you I used to be. Only one step ahead of your lies. Away from your sweet lips. Cause I'm just tired of your fingertips. Your love.
Oh, yeah.
Take that goes on. Take you. Wow, man. Bro, it's like, and she came with the same type game, the type of girl giving out the fake cell phone and name. Fat bitch like catch a big thing. Still shit, money, click, phone, click the 6 rings. The seen her on the house, spotted her more than once. Ass so fat that you can see her from the front. She spot me like paparazzi. Shot me at glance. What's your name, love? Where you came from? Neck and wrist, face up. Very little makeup. The slims at the Reebok gym. Tone your frame up and should have despised the only thing that you made up. I tried to play low key, but couldn't keep it down. Asked her to dance, and she was like, yo, I'm leaving now. An hour later, sounds from Jamaica. She sipping straight up. See, my fan throwing the jam for read. It's on the stand, big things is in the plan. The brother Big Boom makes space for me to move ahead with my man bullshit. You let me introduce, I turn around. You was the same pretty girl who I quietly observed, trying to play me for the herb. Shocked to tell she couldn't get it together. I just played along and pretended I never met her. How you feeling? No, I'm fine. My name is Mons. I'm Sharice. I heard so much good about you. It's nice to finally meet you. He moved to the food preserve, a real expression in your honey love. It's like my life, but now I'm looking skeptically. This baby girl got all the right weaponry. Designer fabric, shoes,
Most
and
definitely,
accessories.
Aretha Franklin. That's my exit. Peace, love. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful experience on this internet, on this world wide web.